All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining. So mic check, camera check. Okay, the camera is good this time around. I trust and hope that everyone is doing good. I really trust and hope that you guys are doing good. We're gonna do the preview for the Jamaica versus Panama, Panama versus Jamaica. Do or die, the last dance. What else should I put that? Or should I put it? The last dance, do or die. Mathematical chances. Every situation that involves us trying to make it this time around. So guys, thank you very much, guys. As you come in, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you guys do so. Full time now. Full time now. We get the show and run on the road. I've been really busy from morning, but I think that is football. So in the meantime, guys, what I want you guys to do, as I said, smash the like button. Smash the like button, people. Hit that subscribe button. As you know, the time has come where we definitely have, I would say, the slightest of chance, not saying that we won't make it, but we have the mathematical chance, the 1 + 1 = 3, or the 4 + 5 = 15, them little chance. And that's it boiled down to. That is what it gone right down to. In which, personally, I think that is bad. Once in that situation, it seems as if there's no way back. But when you have life, you have hope. With life, you have hope. With hope, you have everything. So we're going to do the preview. We're going to run into some statistics, the last game that they played, and what we should expect from that game in all aspects. But before so, people in the comment section, tell me what you think about this game. What are your thoughts about this game, people? What are your thoughts? Let me see the news. No news. At this point in time, it don't look good. It really don't look good, people. So I'm going to do the head-to-head. Then I'll be looking at the last game that we played. Let me get that on board. Let me get head-to-head on board, people. Let me get that on board. Let me get it on board. Big up Ayas Abdi. What's up, my G? I am here. I have life. I have strength. So I'm very much thankful. Ronaldo Rankin said, big up military. Depend the work, but me a tune in. Big up. Massive respect. Azari Barnett. Big up. It's been a while as well. So what I'm going to do now, people, I'm going to go to the head-to-head. So I won't waste any time on this one. I definitely won't waste any time on this one. We have some things to cover, and we need to get it out of the way as soon as possible. So Jamaica versus Panama. As you can see, this year that we're looking at is the head-to-head battles. These are the head-to-head battles. Let me zoom out a little bit. So Jamaica versus Panama. We have only won throughout the history of Jamaican football. We have only defeated Panama 3 times. Only 3 times I've ever defeated Panama. Yes, there's a few draws in that. A few draws are in there. But significantly, we have only defeated them 3 times. And they have won 9 games against us. And we have a high velocity of draws versus them. So in total, we played 19 games. 19 games in total. Out of that 19 games, Reggae Boyz could only record 3 victories. Whilst the Panamanian team recorded 9 victories. And I think that is already out of our favor. People. So let's shot back to the last the last 5 games. The last 6. Let me use the last 6. Dating back to 2013. The last 6 games dating back to 2013, that is what I'm going to be highlighting. That's what I'm going to be looking at. That is what I'm going to look at. So, people, do not look at this chicken box. It's making me hungry right now. I'm already hungry. I'm already hungry. All right, so the last 6 games dating back to the 22nd of March 2013, where we faced them in the World Cup qualifiers and we drew them at our home 1-1. Then we went to Panama on the second leg and drew again 0-0. So you could say that's a fairly good result. If we could have nicked it. Big up Chemo. Oh, Chemo. Bro, me I tell you. Yo, Chemo. Me I drop the link. Me I drop the link. Yeah, it look like KFC sponsor me. KFC sponsor me, Chemo. I'm Fresh God. Majari Duncan said, let me ask a question. Are we going to win? Because I have confidence. Are we going to win? Because I have confidence. Me can't tell. I wish if I could read it, if I could predict the future, I can't tell you. The first thing I do is buy lotto. That's the first thing I buy. But I can't. And definitely, I would understand that the reason why. So people who have Chemo coming on. Big up Chemo.
Oh, go on.
Mr. Chemo, you know, sir, after I show me talk to you. Can I have something, you know? Me have something to say with you. Chemo, what you think about this game?
My day at work, so you don't know the thing, though.
All right. No problem, man. You just want, you go and tune in, or you just you're giant for a reason.
Yeah, man. Let me know. You can ask some question. I'm going to go on. So come on.
All right, no problem, man.
So yeah, we need a win tomorrow. Come like the more. Hey, every other thing going our
Favor.
Go our way and win on Thursday night. You know, maybe we did want to draw against Costa Rica and
Panama.
We want to draw, but we make it. Yeah, Panama and Costa Rica. But the greatest thing, the team below them take 3 points from them. So call it to them capitalize on the runway. We don't want them too far. You understand? And right now, Mexico got Costa Rica and then Panama I go play Mexico. So everything I go in our favor. We have to just do our part, you know, just play our part, you know. You understand? And we have to just play our part. Get the 3 points tomorrow. Play them one game at a time. Get the 3 points tomorrow. Never easy. But I mean, we show a character with 10 players. Imagine 11. And we just know, say, right now, put head where Alphas do. We done so what Alphas do already. You understand? Watch couple of the interview. Yeah, man. Him write off himself just like Aka write off himself. Regardless of Aka in the team. Aka now the mistake where Paul will not expect to see Aka, even if we ever make a substitution. Because them man they can cause it. Better we put on East than make him run up and down and not do nothing. Then make a mistake and put him in that defensive area. But really and truly, 3 points against Panama and come back at home and fight for that. Fight for another 3 points there. I will know we have everything in our hand. Barely goodly fit for March. I better we go out with a fight than just go out without hope. If I won't ask too much and know say well hope is there, you know. At the end of the window, you know, because Panama lose 2 games or 3 games, Costa Rica lose 2 games from the window, yeah. And we need Canada to beat USA back again. And that's where we go. We need one team for runner. We need team for runner with it. We need, you know, one team for runner with it. Remember? Yeah, we need one somebody runner with it. Because guess what? You see, if Canada win, more Canada winning. Remember, them we have to play in the next round, the final round, What if we win the next 2 games? Them no need to come kill out themselves again in a March window.
That's true. Because them qualify.
Done through. Yeah, them with the rest, maybe them with the rest Davids and couple of them, man. Maybe we'd have to deal with Tage and Buchanan. Buchanan, or, but them would have got all out. Maybe them would have set a record and see if them can win everything from the campaign. No, finish unbeaten then. But we just have to deal with what's in front of us from now. You understand what I mean?
So,
I say, we have to deal with that. You understand? And Mikel Antonio is tired because he never get the support.
No man, me can't see saying tired, man. It probably look like all of him say him have to come off, Can't see saying burn up, man. Him burn right now.
Him signal. I'll say, come on. Him signal.
Before me get into the game, when you see Babsy at the game, right? And Desmond.
Yes, she was at the game.
What's your thoughts?
She was at the game. And Desmond, I saw Babsy. I never see. And at the time when the anthem was playing, I saw Babsy. I didn't see Desmond.
All right, what's your thoughts on them being there?
So it's just them being there, putting on and showing. It's like, how our team go already, right? Not because they're there, they're actually there. They're just there for put on a show.
Like them come for support.
You understand me? Because them long before all of this, they already know, them supposed to know, say, having fans was important. And them they were there at the game, and if them understand football, I mean, she has been there from the 98 campaign, so she's supposed to know. You understand how the hell this is World Cup qualifiers. For go World Cup, we're gonna put your country on the map, and we're not make no effort at all. That is sad. Enough country would run the risk. Can you see how you can benefit from it?
Shaz.
You understand? Enough country.
Go on, you have feedback?
No, I'm not in a feedback.
Alright.
Alright, so what do you about this game, Shaz?
This game? It's a must-win game.
Yeah.
It's a must-win game. Either I then I win, you can call it a day. Well, to be frank, it's a 25% chance of making it, but if you win this game, you can call it dead and last. Plan for the future, which is 2026. But you never get to analyze the game with your dead and night, because as you say, other man come on the panel and them a rant. Is it?
Yeah, man. Right. All people are upset, man. The night there. The night have be upset fans, man.
Brother, the man never give a man another man a chance to talk to the man vex, man. Even the brother, I think a classic. Alex. Like I hear the emotion of Alex speaking.
Man,
I'm
going to call him to come in and hear back from him.
Brother, but I just say, it was a dreadful loss, because I mean, to know that you lead to 81 minutes to be precise.
Hey, that weird, Another team, maybe I can tell you, see, if I Trinidad, they down to 10 man, Suriname, and one of them team, maybe them not losing enough. Maybe they might draw, but they lose. Oh God, man. Hey,
I think we took back to like in a sense. And it's like,
well,
when we do clear the ball, we put them to when they clear the ball, we keep it close to our half. If we're kicking it for instance, short side and not to the keeper where we have adequate time to put it back upfield. But as I say, I see I point out some things in a good. I see analyze the game here. You use all your cursors and all these things and all the graphics to give your views. But the goals. We know Alves error. Poor defending. All him do watch ball. He now watch him man when supposed to mark. You know, and many times me say when I depend on the Premier League and anywhere. The man will depend. Them do all up on the ball. Them all up on the man with them where them a marshal. Even for the corner, for example. They may be all the cross one coming because from your mark and really attempt to jump, you know, so they don't then nowhere close to that person.
Sure.
So yeah, in that sense, it really blunder. But I listen I could interview with Paul after the game and I must say, never want to make a change in terms of because there was a rhythm there in terms of the team.
Oh,
but at the same time, yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, Paul should remember say, you're down to 10 man, and even the wingers, for example, even though Fleming's play good on the World Cup, I think they should have subbed them off in that sense where give some man some chance where actually can get back in time. Because many times I see I highlight it and I say, where Fleming should be marking that person, and in the we have because what I think it's fatigue, tired, well
seem
tired.
Like a Rizzler.
Yeah. So in many aspects I can look at it and see where the game was last, but it was at the vital moment in Alva Spoil coming on the pitch at the same time. And I think, as we say, the most I win the ball and should I kick it for sure to the nearest corner flag at their end.
No, but he wouldn't get the opportunity to win the ball because he's so far away from. Okay. You see me? The players, but as I say, that player just coming off the bench. You're supposed to be fully warmed in a sense and see the idea and see how the team is playing. Yep. Really come on to make them.
So for you, question for you looking at the physicality and the condition of Alva Spoil. Does Alva Spoil looks fit and looks strong and look much ready to you? He's looking like he's limping. He can't even jump for another.
Well, it's not just now, It's forever since Alva seems like he can't jump. He seems like in a position where he was forced to play that role. You know what I mean? Like it's a makeshift. It's like the man
always look like them force him.
Exactly, because the man, or if you play right back well, not really from him career, because I think schoolboy level him play a different position, but he reached club level. I think Portmore him play when I Portmore him play right back. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like you're trained for a long while now. That's about 10 years now or so. You know what I mean? So you should have grasped the information important to being a right back. But say, John, what better? You come on from the field and you have one.
Only here when the commentators one time I come on.
Anyway, I forgot me.
He's an more offensive player. He was a more offensive player. And at this moment, that defensive-minded player. That's what he said.
Yeah. Well,
and him says that defense is a liability to the defense as well. He did say that.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. How hard is the task? Even if you have, there was no offensive momentum for Jamaica over the last, from the 75 minutes to and one. Yeah. So there was no offensive. I saw a little difference where guys trying to burning out the time. They need to improve more on that. A couple of the players should have dropped more. I see Antonio was doing it.
No, but let me tell you, the thing, most of the time when people are trying to burn out time, that normally starts like 80 minutes going up.
85th.
No, but
that's it.
Go now, 88 minutes. Javon in Sunday Angel.
That is the time when you come off.
88 minutes, Brown Angel. Right?
Bro,
Jamaica get ample time where players could be laying down for a couple seconds. Give the team a breather, you know what I mean? Can make it so fresh in them
for cramp. The intensity was high, knowing that we're playing the 10 men, so that is understandable. You understand?
Jamaicans should be laying down.
If them want may lose the game in added minutes then.
Yeah. But you should be laying down.
That's highly that is highly.
We can disagree with Shaz and the other person.
Shaz, hold on, keep on Shaz. Let me hear Fabian. Big up Fabian, what go on?
me just tune in and from it, come on, me, I'll try catch a conversation. You see, that what Shaz and the other person saying about going down, no, there are two ways I can run down the clock. The coach decided to put on Andre Gray, who is very good at holding up the ball and running down the clock that way. That was his option. The other option that they're talking about where players going down, that is very, very dangerous.
Yes,
Because
man.
when a player goes down, that breaks your momentum. Remember, Jamaica was looking very good in defense. They were looking excellent. So you don't need to go down and break the momentum of the defense. It's the breaking momentum because the goal is scoring when Javin come off. So going down in that case, when you're having a good spell, it would benefit Jamaica because you want to keep your good spell going. And the coach alluded to that. He said he wished he didn't have to take off anybody because he did not want to break what was happening.
No, but at the same time, Fabian, if you look at it, you may be looking at it one way in terms of which momentum will be breaking. At the same time, you could be breaking Mexico momentum. Because Mexico have a momentum in a sense where
you want Mexico at there. So
Yeah,
you
man.
don't need to
At that stage I game, Jamaica say everything in front of them, all of Mexico played in front of them,
No, but at the same time. But Mexico. Before, alright, look on it now. The moment Javon, what's the reason why Javon injured?
Alright, so Charles, remember not a case where the Mexicans were attacking to the point where Blake had to be making 3 or 4 or 5. Blake wasn't making any saves.
No, but is that Blake alone? Not Blake alone. We're not talking about Blake alone as a player, Fabian. Look at it now. Look at the moment between. Look at the moment between where from the moment before Javon Brown injured. Pinnock, for example, make about 3 to 4 clearance. I've make a 3 to 4 defensive error. Even one time I go there, I say, Guna say, yo. Remember, Guna there commented and name, I say, yo, good enough, Pinnock. Good header. At that moment, and not just the keeper alone not making the save, but the defense itself and being on their foot for a length of time, just end to end. It's not like Mexico was giving up, As I was saying earlier, the ball wasn't clearing as much as we supposed to expect. As in, like, it wasn't going into Mexico half. So at all time, Jamaica under pressure. So at the breed that we may talk about is not for the help of Jamaica sake, brother. At the moment, it's at the same time to break Mexico momentum, which is, the player them come on and them see the reason why them need to run at Jamaica as well. The fatigues are showing the legs. Don't think that Jamaica be defending good meaning it's a good job at the same time. At the same time, it's a liability. Because when at moment when you have a 10 person behind the ball, at no given time you as a team can pass the ball to the person. All right, say to the player, Andre, for example, at no given moment, Andre get a chance to really work the ball from the last time make a touch. I'm trying to pass it through to Johnson. At no given time, Andre get another touch on the ball where he could have hold it up because at all time it was Mexico. It was Mexico and from there.
That is true,
I have a question for you. At that point in the game, who would you say had the upper hand? Mexico or Jamaica?
Well, Jamaica had the upper hand because they are the one leading one.
Stop. That's all I want to know. So when you break the possession of play, you are trying to make the team that has the upper hand a disadvantage. Jamaica had the upper hand. Mexico were attacking, but everything coming at the box, Jamaica clear. So we never need to go down and break that momentum. Right. They wanted to break more than Jamaica. Because the players they were switch on, everybody had shuffle across, everybody had do them work, everybody had do all of that. Them not get no clear shot at goal, nothing at all. So at that point, I understand what I said, but in that case, you don't want to break that you want that to continue, just keep it going and make the game play. It was the break, it was the substitution, You see the substitution happen? That break the momentum on the defense line completely, And then with Alvas coming on, and not doing the simple things. That is what contributed to the goal. If Javian was still on the field, that goal wouldn't score.
No, but
Fabian,
look at that.
Because
hold on a shot, hold on a shot. Shots,
Mm-hmm.
shots. May I show you something? I want to look at this, right? Fabian bring up some very, very good points a while ago. Some really, really good points. This is the second half. This is the second half stats where we have. Oh no, I ran something. Continue. May I find the second half stats.
Fabian. I must say, Fabian, look on it. All right, the goal scored is not because of Jamaica lackadaisical defense. You know. It's just one player, you know. It's just the player that come on, you know. So the thing is, you know, Brown was a better defender. In the first half, I think he were nervous in a sense. He wasn't playing as good as we expected to. So in the second half, he come out with him A game. The moment Brown injury is that the injury we're in the break in the momentum caused us to lose the game, you know. It's actually a lackadaisical behavior of the player who come on, you know. You get me I say? Because I mean, Mexico were doing the same thing will lead to the goal from earlier. No, that's like Brown I win the headers. You understand? So it's not about the defensive moment at fault where we lose the game. It's about the individual error by that single player. You understand? So
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because you said we didn't have the momentum. So why want the players to go down and break that momentum that we had?
No, not saying. I never said
in that, no, it's going down with break the momentum.
I'm finding out, Fabian. In the second half, Mexico had 15 shots in a second half, right?
How much
11 of those, 11 on target 4.
Okay.
But guess what? 11 of those 15 shots were outside of the box. What was inside of the box, 4 was outside. But guess what? No, with only 4 shots on target, goalkeeper only made 2 saves.
Yeah.
Only 2 saves the goalkeeper make.
But remember the 4 shot on target. Remember that means 2 pass him and 2 save.
Yeah, but the 2 pass him, you know.
Yeah, and because of the error by the defender.
2 errors by the defender.
So you realize that before Alvas come on, they only had 2 shots on target.
Only 2 shots on target they had.
So we don't need to break the momentum out of the moment because Jamaica defense line was playing so well.
Well, I know Fabian too. Remember say no, when I look on it, you know. All right, one of the goal, you know, you count. You see the one they keep Blake throw up in their hand, and the second defender, second person scored, you know. Is that the first shot, you know?
Yeah.
So
basically, not the first header.
Eh?
Not the first header.
Not the first header. It was the second one. And the second one that scored. So then.
And I think Blake could have done better than that, you know, in that instant, you know, even though it's a
tough
header.
Tough to say.
Yeah, tough, but
really tough to say.
But I would say the defender is to blame. But at the same time, we are saying, Fabian, you say, yo, the few seconds we could have eat up half of the clock. In terms of, like, for instance, they're taking 15 shots. And so out of the 15, 4 on target. So more likely, probably 5 end up be a spot kick. Right? I think in most cases, we all rush a game in terms of taking the kicks too quick. You know what I mean? If you notice. As in, like, some at them time, maybe if we start, I'll take one yellow card. 1 card we do. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, guys. You know, say everything. You know, say if we did have a skillful winger, if Flemo was actually skillful and have a lot of guy like maybe a Rapini or a Demargre, that could also help in burning out some minutes, you know, pushing that ball forward. I understand. But we were tired. Also. We were tired. But guess what? With Paul, I can see what he's doing. There's more clarity. With a top, I would be lost up to now with what he's doing.
The last title.
Paul only made one mistake, and that was putting on what they call it, Alvas Powell. And really and truly, he won't get everything right, but yeah, as long as we can see what he's doing and get clarity and understand what he's trying to implement. I'm good with that. And we have seen that the other day in training, right? But
Mhm.
Paula, yeah,
Alright,
regardless
Kimo,
of how
remember,
the campaign.
the training session now, when you look at the training session now, you can't, Alvas just the way you
Why,
move, you have to really
why people
wonder.
keep saying, bro, why people keep saying Paul will make a mistake bringing on Alvas? It looked that
I
And
way
a
know,
now in
mistake.
hindsight.
And a mistake. And a
It is not
mistake.
a mistake. It
I
wasn't a
like to
mistake.
like swap. I like to like
It is,
swap.
it is not a mistake. You're taking off your right back. You're putting on a right back. I
yo,
know
what's on
people
there?
are
Hold
saying
on
bring
there.
on.
People look on this. Mountain Cities. Eagle Republic said, I saw an article that said that FIFA has given Panama permission to allow 1,000 under 14 players to watch the game. In addition, each child is allowed one chaperone.
It's not just the loyal ones who can kill for the future. You do too.
I mean,
Fabian.
there's 2,000 people that.
2,000 people that they carrying a style and a style, no?
Yeah, but I know, bro,
style,
it is not
style,
FIFA. I know FIFA really give you permission to keep fun, have fans.
Probably
Exactly.
Government.
Are
Are
you
your
other
government,
person?
bro?
Yeah.
So I just the government they decide to them want to help them. Them could have 10,000 of that. If Jamaica decide to win, they could have 10,000 fans Jamaica go win.
I've seen you before.
Oh yes, Megatron, we see it, man. That more than likely if you do that, some internal affair. That man. So you know, JFF could handle. All right. You could invite some of the players them. Some of the players them who are play Premier League football. What do you think about that? Invite some of the players
Some of the players and some of the schoolboy
We keep forgetting I know JFF for the problem. JFF wanted fans of the government, bro.
No, me I say JFF could use that.
No, I know JFF government say nobody at all. Nobody they don't want it. Nobody. Whether JPL player, schoolboy player, nobody.
Look at how determined the Mexican fans were. Look at how determined the Mexican fans were. They were at the stadium regardless of fans can't be in the stadium.
Yeah, so were you at the stadium? Were you at the stadium?
Yes, I was.
Okay, good. So we needed 1,000 more fans like you who was outside the stadium.
You would have seen more than the allotted amount that was given in the November window. I promise you that. If fans were to be here, because I've heard a lot of persons talking about that, persons that even wasn't even caring about the campaign at the beginning of the qualifiers. Everyone was on board, but wanted to purchase a ticket. But and a lot more didn't even know anything about football being played at the national stadium.
Me can say something to you, no? Big up Shooter Guna. Me can say something to you, no? Because before me say something now, because I want to go on the last game we play. I want to look on the team we have right now in comparison to the last game we play. Me gonna say something, right? Me I look on the situation in regards to how we don't allow fans in our stadium and all that something. Having 12 man is a big factor in any football right across the world. Having the 12 man. Now, what? All right, you know, me move from that. Me never go to that because that is heavily political. So, gents, me get information this morning that 2 players have joined up with the team. Javon Watson and Richard King. What's the mother Shaz? Richard King replaced Damian Lowe, who's now card out, and Javon Watson a supplement.
We don't have any choice.
We'll give out what to replace.
What's the Shaz?
Just add it to the squad. Just add it to the squad.
Replace somebody.
Just add it to the squad
for beef up the midfield just in case. Just in case when Kevin Stewart needs that support.
Okay.
So wait, think about that. Good idea?
Not a bad idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, we need all help. We need all help we can get from these players because I mean, many people were complaining and saying that the reason why we maybe lost the game in a sense it was not a proper stadium, but I think I wouldn't be alluding to that in a sense because I think that as many people say, many people say, "Oh, Low is to blame for the game last," which is it can be a factor in a sense, but we play better when it comes down to 10. When we reach to 10 man, we play like a unit. We play as a unit. So I don't know if Low did really make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something.
Where's the free Ben? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, it's a good idea because in the last game, King did look way better than Anna. I remember me always say, Javon Watson needed in the squad, not necessarily needed in the starting 11, but in the squad because he have experience to see out some games, and you're going to need him in some games. So it's not a bad move.
Kimo, what do you think about it? Oh, Kimo gone. Kimo, you hear me? Oh, he gone. For me personally, when I hear him, right? When I hear me, me no know. When I hear me.
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Okay. I think I'm internet gone. For me personally, Richard King is a good player. Me have no problem with Richard King because he look calm, cool, composed. Me have a problem with Aka. Let me tell you why I have a problem with Aka. We carry 2 CDM to the last game against Peru. And that's Seven Shaw and Lambert. Me sure both of them two players there. Either of them two players there could supplement Kevin Stewart for the last minute of the game. Me not think Aka have the legs to manage no level of football right now. He not have the legs. And if you can go up on my Twitter, you have one video on my Twitter show when Aka come off. I think he only play against USA. And when he turn up at the half line, all he wants to see one bed. The only thing he wants is a bed. So honestly, I think that we could have left Aka. We need to move on from certain players now. I think the time has come now. You know the problem with we as fans? I think Jamaican fans are too easygoing. We don't hold players accountable. Even yesterday, Alvas Paul go out in foolishness and people afraid to come out and say, Alvas Paul, keep up foolishness and this and that. People afraid to come out and say it. And I don't know why. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. The team reached Panama last night or this morning? I'm trying to remember people. The team reached Panama, I think it's supposed to last night. Yesterday. The team reached Panama yesterday, right? Travis Spencer said Aka not in the squad. Stop call Aka name. Okay, we will see. I'm not speaking based off of the information I've got. Travis says we stop hype up King. King can't play over more. We never say more play over more and maps, Travis. We never say that. We just say it's a good addition. Good to learn. So people are saying Travis said Akan in the squad, so many of the call up in name. Okay. We're gonna see. We will see. But I just the information I get. As me I say, the squad reached Panama. We not hear nothing from JFF. Not one picture. Not even say money arrive. None at all. So one time me do for me look part of the job now in regards to getting little picture video footage and them come at me. But the players in our new environment, new place, I'm going to train for one new pitch. I could see what I want, I could see the stadium, no? I could understand what I want, nothing at all. Chaz, if JFF feel like the all is done and over, but you feel like them at the ball already. Them at the ball already, and then they try galvanize the fan. Then they try to show it for them say, hey, all hope is not lost. We still a try. Waiting for that chance. Waiting for that.
Yeah, and I just know we're not gonna. From ever since JDF have this behavior, and I don't know why them feel like the fans are not a part of this. I just say, the 12 man is very important, but they don't seem to think about it that way. Because how can you have a nation? I mean, everything is in secret. Sometimes you have to wait on certain time. I just say, these platforms to really give you some information put into the players.
Mm-hmm.
That's very poor from a federation. I mean, that's a poor federation in terms of when you have so many persons with responsibility getting the cash, the so-called big money with them, so they not have.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the role of these people in the organization if they are not giving information to the fans or to the media outlet out there to tell the people them I know? Because I mean, what's the news on Brown intro? I guess nobody don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think Paula was saying something about
Brown good man, he's saying good, Brown good.
Yeah, because I said Paula, that's something based on to a vlogger, to a person. Fabian, feedback for you, Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Saying something pertaining to Brown, like it's through his preseason, the whole thing have a little, you know what I mean? Like fatigue in a sense during the game at that moment. But at the same time, the media doesn't. Nothing was said from JFF to, for example, TVJ or CVM to say, this is a situation with Brown or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know. It's very poor. They need to do something. We need a more interactive entity, in a sense where people can get more information from the federation in regards in these footballers. As I say, you see them give up, but it seems like this has come a long time before even Paula time. But well, I don't know.
Yeah, you have music in the background, Shaz. All right.
Yeah.
Shambalik, why you keep on saying I really comment? If I already comment, I comment. No, I comment. Me talk from some time, you know. We don't know why you keep on. I must about 5 times you send that. Let me see what I send it. But I know I see it already. See there? 4 times I send it. Big up Andrew. MG, me here say the man them cuss out the sellout defender. Yeah, me hear that too. Christopher Wang said Paul Hall is going to make the same players getting fired as Tapper did. Loud music, big up again. If I saw the money at hand, we don't make it 2 other World Cup in a real life. We don't make it 1 other World Cup in a real life. Travis, why me not understand? Just read and comment a while ago. Giovanni, we have all seen this before. One decent debut from a local, and then them play a couple more games and do beer nonsense. Stop hype up King. So from the one performance that you saw,
military can't take on. Who does that? Let me no answer.
Giovanni.
Giovanni. Let me. You see, this is the problem we are having now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is not hyping up King. Nobody at all. You have to understand, and this is one of the big problems we have in everything in life. We have no forward planning. This is the reason why we have this blasted problem with Maggie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was no forward planning. Nobody is saying King is excellent or he's ready or he's this or is that. King got an opportunity to prove himself against a very good Peru team, and he looked better than the series and Damian Lowe. And they were both out of season. It's not like King was in season playing week in, week out, and Damian was sitting down. You understand what I say? They were both out of season. So nobody not hyping or overhyping King. We are just saying King, as a young defender, is a very good addition to the team to build and grow. Damian Lowe, Liam Moore, Ethan Pinnock, they are all over 28 and over. They might have a next World Cup. They can't go on next World Cup. You can't have 30 defenders that World Cup. When are we going to start looking to the future then?
No, we
you understand what I'm saying? Giovanni, I don't like that. That sounds like it's something personal against King. And King is a very good defender. He has a lot to work on, but he's a very, very good ball playing central defender.
No, maybe you think what I say, boy.
King go start. And to the other person who says he's not going to start against.
You know the thing about it?
We know. He can't start over more and Maria for them.
Hey, no, can go now. Sometimes not cut you, but sometimes you see these comments, I just leave it now. Because I mean, you're talking about a young person gaining the experience. We're not saying he's gonna play, but at the same time gaining some experience which can help him in the future. Why you beating on another person where just no matter what, if you get a debut at any given point, they make it better.
20-year-old.
You make the best of it. Why you beat the man boys a 1.5 thing and whatever? You don't know. You don't know if you don't give that man another chance. You know what I mean? And this is the mentality we have with the Jamaica right now. Why most of the thing are mash up. Because there are the so-called fans who probably know a baller by person, person, and feel like say, yo, through them know the person, them supposed to carry Jamaica upon them shoulder when they know they're doing crap, defending them when they're doing crap. We need to go we need to live from here, so brother. We are looking, as me I say, look at it now. In real football, you know.
Go back to that. Don't change it, military. Go back to it.
No, in real football, the military. In real football, in a bad man. If a player not performing, you know, if you look across the nation.
Yes.
Look right across the nation, brother. Anywhere in the world, if a team, no matter how good a player be, or how good a farm in depth, and if he's not performing and not getting them game time, them country now call them, no matter how good them be. They have to be really, really superb, like probably Messi and even Neymar and Christy level. You get me I say? But in this nation we have some mediocre players, and a man out perform them. Why not give the man a chance to outperform them? Doesn't mean them cement that this. And that's the same mentality in terms over the whole sport in the Caribbean. Even cricket, for example. Look at West Indies. West Indies, if you drop some of them money, but at the same time, no. Because a base of a friend selection and the whole thing, but we need to go beyond that now. Because in the football, the king of a wonderful debut against Peru. At the same time, why not carry him on the squad, make him get the experience from even the likes of Ethan Pinnock. More and whoever playing at the highest level. It's not about guarantee starting a brother, because we know him not start for them player there. But at the same time, the man need the experience. So no need to start beat up on the young player. Them have to put in effort and I try represent the country at the highest level possible. But I come with the bullshit about one season wonder, one game wonder. And there's no footballer better. The man need the motivation they need to really say, yo, take the game to another level.
Yeah.
They don't know what this can do for him in terms of contract and experience worldwide.
Experience.
Sometimes them comment, they just love it better. Nobody highlight it. Nobody talk about it because we look on the positive side of life. You know, if you need look on the negative in terms of this aspect. You know what
all right. When I say Fabian?
Travis Pessoa. You know what, I don't like it with fans. Fans will beat down one fact that you use and turn around and use the same thing. So they were beating down the fact that say, oh, King only play one game for Jamaica and we're hyping him up. And then this man is talking about the one game that he played against Waterhouse and never looked impressive. It's the same thing I do.
Because you now watch when the season start.
You have to understand, King has more good games than bad games. Everybody is human, even the great Messi and Ronaldo have bad games. What is important is that when King put on the Jamaica jersey, King had a good game. He did not play with the same players that he did for Cavalier against Waterhouse. He didn't play with the same midfield. He never played the same defensive area. Well, he played with Topi, but I only 10 minutes to play Topi. So you have to understand all of that. And it's a whole different game out, different mindset. Flying from Peru to play. Hey, think about all of that before we talk, you know. Flying in from Peru to go play on the weekend against a Waterhouse team, you have to understand. Nobody is saying King is the star. Or is that, and for the person in the comment section who said, I'm mad this me talk about Damian Lowe, them age and World Cup. Would you want your team, your 4 defenders, to be over
age at 30?
Over 32 at the next World Cup?
Yeah, that makes sense.
In case you did not know, in football, footballers peak between 27 and 29.
Yeah, defender can go longer, but you want continuity. If you have all the money at that age, you now look to the next World Cup then.
Once you hit 30, you start going down. So you want to keep the 4 of them and don't add nobody else to the team. So for instance, at 32, 33, when they are injury prone, them go a World Cup, get an injury. That is the time we go call Pantopi and King. And when they have no experience,
exactly.
that's the them from now.
It's a start from the start now. 2026 World Cup start right now. No.
So the Leon, the Bowser, the Peter Lee, Vasily Tyreek, Maggie, the Kaim Paris, the Lamar Walker, these are
they can get a look in.
To know these players who are 21, 22, 23, and then the teenagers coming in.
I highly doubt Mikel Antonio have one more World Cup in him.
I don't think that's the one. I doubt it. The projection that Bowser is on right now, give Bowser 4 more years. If he continues, he should be very deadly.
I'm going to lead the line. He will be the one leading the line. Our front line up in a age. Roof about 28. Whole our front line we up in a age. Andre Gray up in a age. Mikel Antonio up in a age. So we have to start forward thinking from now. And if we continue in next 3 years from now, we try to get baller. Rather than we should already have a project in place. And that's where I move from. That's what we're trying to move from. Andrew, big up Andrew Down. He said playoff journey starts tomorrow. We still can do it. Pagan said no good. 2026 campaign start after this Panama game pending result. No man, it starts already, man. It starts from the first game. Travis Pesto said the local baller them not good. I hate them much too much. You know, sir. Shaman Nichols not good then. Damian Lowe not good. Kemar Tax Lawrence not good. You consider Leon Bailey as a local baller? I just say him start off, you know, even though Phoenix, but I just say him start off. I mean, say no good either. None of them man no good. Once you're born in Jamaica and play ball at Jamaica, you're no good. That you say no. That you say none of them, you know. None. Local baller, them no good. That I say. Me not agree still. Me not agree. Me just can't agree with that. We have too much local baller who are overshine so much baller other places. I want to check it out. And then man, they get the first shine. So some political something that happened in Jamaica who are really impede Jamaican football. Kai Barrett Bennett said there's a difference between playing them tomorrow and playing them in 2026. No one said we're going to play them tomorrow. Not one person said we're going to play them tomorrow. Big up Zah. We have English-based Jamaican who play for Manchester United. 20-year-old Ethan Laird wants to play for Jamaica, but JFF won't call him. What if they might wait on the restart project?
It's not that simple yet. You can't just get up today and say, hey, come play for Jamaica. It's a process. Mm-hmm. And you don't know if Jamaica contact him after that. And right now, with 4 or 5 games left in the campaign, he looks sticky on him. He must go sit out and wait. He must sit out and wait. If for the World Cup, he should be added to the squad. Other than that, he just have to wait out this round because it will take some time for him to get his documents. Them are great, can't not get female all now.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I don't like the bash in the local ball and get still. Like, as I see what Trevor Spencer was going with. He might beat him and them really, really bad. He might beat them.
Does Travis live in Jamaica? Is he a Jamaican?
Mm-hmm. Travis Spencer, I think he's a Jamaican, man. I would assume he's Jamaican.
Travis, click on the link and come on, please. Because
Travis, click on the link, come on. Make a reason some football. Let us reason your opinion. Make a reason your opinion.
Yeah, me have time. Let me turn on my camera. We have enough time today. Enough time. Because you see, the problem with us as Jamaicans, and this is a big problem, we love everything from foreign too much. Everything from foreign. And yes, our own, we say, hey, JPL no good, and the local ball of them no good. Mm-hmm. Yet, right now, there are overseas clubs who are looking to scout Jamaican players in the Premier League.
Me agree. Them are reason with me.
But overseas coaches from different places are looking to get ballers from Jamaica, yet Jamaican baller them no good. We don't expect Jamaica to be playing at the level of the English Premier League. A lot of these persons who are talking are comparing country teams to club teams, and that is madness. A club team is way more advanced than a country team. If you look on all the club teams, there are persons sitting on the bench week in, week out for their clubs and start for their national teams.
I agree with that.
Unless you're going to compare Jamaica to international football teams, don't talk and say Jamaican football are them no good. Jacques no good and Jacques is captain for Switzerland. Me say Jacques no good and I'm captain Switzerland every week.
Mm-hmm. Ask any Arsenal fan.
Pepe no good. What's Pepe in Afghan?
Wicked man. I kill everything.
You understand what I'm saying? So do not. So when you're going to say Jamaican football is no good, be careful. May have it. Don't compare international football to club football.
You know, that is the reason why a lot of people are not interested in a Jamaican product, you know. Because we as people who follow football, watch football, we beat on our own product. We beat on our product. We play against Peru. 90% of Peru ball and play in a Peru. 90% of them play in a Peru. I assume say over 50% of the Panamanian ball and play in a Panama. Most of them country, you know. In their own country ball and play no. England squad in England they play. What these countries do, they make them football become a product. Listen, want to understand this, you know. If you don't know about football, all of the top clubs them right across the world, when they are scouting, these top clubs, when they are scouting, they're scouting at the lower leagues. Our Travis Peso is on the platform. Big up, Travis. Glad to see you come on.
Big up, cool.
Man, I'm live for Jamaica.
Yeah, born and grow Jamaica. Westmoreland, Jamaica, born and grow. Listen, my boys. The problem is, me tell you with we as Jamaicans. You see, local players, them, they work with a local club, formerly in the Premier League. So local players, them, overall, local players, them just hype for no reason at all. Anytime you see them get a hand game, they're my best thing. And the reason why the overseas players always play over them, because they're more professional.
All right. Put aside that.
Normally, overseas English band players, they're much, technically, they're not better than us, you know. But guess what they have all the while? When them always go play, their attitude is much better.
All right.
Than local band players.
Well, I know Travis. There's a vast difference. In football, 20% are your talent, can carry far. But the 80%, discipline, your dedication, your hard work, that cover the 80%. That make you become a star. No, take away the 80%. We only have a 20%. Now I'm going to ask you a question. In regards to natural talent, are we equal and part enough for them big players, big leagues and something? Talent.
I wouldn't say that. You know why? Because our league is not, first of all, we have to understand, Jamaica, is that we don't have a football culture.
All right, fine. Shaman Nichols.
First of all, investors.
Hold on, may I say something? We don't want to go upon the small aspect. What do they call it?
Military, we can't tell about Shamar. Military, we can't tell about Shamar. Now what Shamar from him at 16 or play for Boys Town. Against my club, Reno.
Good.
One of my brethren.
When did I play?
Well, I know. Listen me now. I'll tell you this. One of my brethren named Alistair. We have an ex-brethren named Bertha. At the time, Alistair bet Bertha say Shamar or turn out better than Craig Foster. We used to play for him, a striker. But which indeed Shamar come from a volatile place and him improve him in work and everything. But since Shamar get a chance in a national team, you know, where I lead the line, me rate Bowser still in the boy. Guess a problem if you beat Bowser. You can't tell me say, well, I know, let me finish. You can't tell me say, you can't tell me say your club, you just go to your club no say you have an important World Cup qualifier winner. No, we finish, man.
No, Travis. We don't move from the point. The argument is that, you know, talent what about now. Because stay upon the argument of
talent. We're not this about talent, man. But you know what I say? Talent bring so much and no more. Listen, man, we sugarcoat players too much in Jamaica. We pick up them, fit them too much. That's the problem.
You're not listening to your reasoning. This is what I am saying, right? People hype up the Jamaican local players them because our ballers, so I hype them up. Listen to me, I say no. The other 80% won't make a footballer become at the high and reach the highest level. Discipline, dedication, hard work, mentality. Good. Agree. Me 100% agree upon that. My question is, you know, and what I'm alluding to is, in regards to talent, when you were watching Shamar Nicholson, were there other players in the JPL in the Jamaican Football Premier League who better than Shaman Nicholson at that party
No,
when you were
at that time, in a female age group at that time, he was the best one. Can
Was
get
the
a
best
young
one,
player here. Right.
So at his age, but question
Right,
now,
right. At that time.
well, a man 2 or 3 years older than him. What was better than him? You know, see anything other man better than him?
No, we can't recall no other young
So you
striker at that
tell
time.
me,
in the female
at
age,
that
right
point
now.
in time when Shamar was playing at 16, he was the best striker in the Jamaican Premier League.
No, man, as a young striker, I never said the best.
No, man.
Young striker.
No.
Was there
Could be
any
the best.
Was there any striker who better than him at that point in time? Take out the age.
Listen, in a female.
Take out the age.
No, man, in a female age, man. Female age. You can't rank with the older players, them. That could never be.
Man. All right, me ask you, which football club you support?
Reno Football Club, my team.
You support no international football club?
Liverpool from my ball, man. Liverpool straight. I'm sure from my Liverpool.
Well, I know. Me gonna say something to you now. No, say Liverpool have Brewster. Brewster was at Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Talented young baller. And
But him left because he not get no game going now.
Yeah, man. Well, just listen to me, man. You look on a Firmino. Which of them better? Even though Brewster talented.
We have said go now, man. Oh, Brewster is better than Firmino. No time at all, man.
No. So, I could come back now to Jamaican Premier League now. We could make this again. At that point in time, Shaman Nicholson, for his age, was a very, very good player. But my question to you was, at that point, were there any other player in the league who better than Shaman Nicholson? Because if that was the case, that means that when Shaman Nicholson was at 16 playing for the club in the Jamaica Premier League, it must have been the one who win all of the golden boots.
You can't cut him so slack because
no, man, he never win all that golden boot. He get a young player here. And that me know he get. But I think he didn't win the golden boot.
No, because
that time. I think after that he must win the golden boot. Yeah.
All right. And he must come from the Jamaican Premier League.
Right.
He got Belgium. He got Belgium.
Go on, we know all of that. He must up all of that.
Listen to me, no? He got Belgium. Before he moved to Spartak Moscow, he's the leading goal scorer in the Belgian league. The leading goal scorer. A Jamaican product. Listen to this now. Kahim Paris. Go down at the Slovenian league.
The same team, right? Before he go a
prolific winger in the league right at this moment. He's the most prolific winger in the league. Coming from Jamaican production. Yard him ball and grow. Yard him play football. Now, when people say the Jamaican local ball them not good, the best if a man come and say the local ball them have talent, but the discipline are the biggest factor. When you come and say the ball they're not good and people are hype them up, me can't agree to the notion there. Because I am here
Your opinion, you have an opinion, we have one. So
fine.
We have an opinion. We are going to disagree.
All right.
Travis, may I try to understand what I say? So you were saying that, remember at the initial part of your conversation, you said the international ballers not necessarily better than Jamaican born ballers. What they have is the right attitude. So what all that military is saying, you saying that Jamaicans no good. That is false because you say them good, them just have the attitude. So when people say Jamaican ballers no good, that is wrong. They are good, them just not have the right attitude to bring them far. Now, next question may I ask you, because you say you work with Reno, and my familiar with Reno. I'm not be me come from. Craig Foster, deadly. I want to wickedest forward me ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but me I'll tell you the reason why him not reach further than that.
I know football. Question, because we now go on Craig Foster situation right now. My question, you being a member of Reno FC, you analyze the football. You say Jamaica don't have a football culture. It's not that Jamaica don't have a football culture. We have a culture of follow fashion. So you see anything we're popular that we go follow. So you see bold coming, bold. Figure the chats. No, it better to say no investment now making a football, no attention. Don't know that we have a Leon Bailey and a Shamar. Now there's attention coming back to football. You working for Reno. What are you doing since you are attached to one of the big clubs who is always in the Premier League? What are you doing to change that in the
No,
ball?
but that's when we was in the Premier League. I used to work with the team. I don't work with the team no more.
You don't plan to go back to the Premier League?
Well, as I tell you, I don't work with the team no more.
All right.
So I don't know about that part. I know. Me only can speak when I was a part of the team. When I'm in the Premier League.
The young baller in Westmoreland, who you think have the talent to reach far?
You see Cavaliers, the whole young baller them left. Tavar Thompson. We just recently transferred from Reno to Cavaliers.
So you personally know Tavar?
Yeah, I come from my era. Where me come from. And him choose. Him say want to play Premier League arena and play. So you can't stop a youth. Can you want to play?
Right. So
Right.
what we are doing to help the individual players,
Right.
you know?
I'm on them.
Hold on. We have somebody else from the panel.
We have to change, you know. We
Pick up
can
on Yeah, well, me here.
to identify
All right.
the
You say you come from here. All right. You say you come from here. All right. You say you come from here. You know the reason why Dennis Taylor in the national team?
because Dennis Taylor come from the West. Bro, we know say West team, all of them are get fight. We know just
I know it's a mobile man. A fight against Dennis Taylor.
boss man.
Let me tell you. The goalkeeper coach. The goalkeeper coach. I be a politics now with football. That's why football can't reach nowhere.
All
So
right.
we own out the fact. They're telling that play.
Well, no, you see the Travis.
They're telling
You
that
say we
play.
are beat. No, well, no, Travis. You say
Right.
we are beat. You say, well, no, Travis. And you say we are beat. And you are say we are beat. You just set your mouth, you know. Say we are beat to own our players and this and that, you know. But remember, you know, your comment was this, you know. Our local baller, them not good. That are your comment, you know. When you remember that, you know. Our local baller not good. And then you know come around and I say,
Well, the better me say then majority of them no good then. We shouldn't say all then.
you can't say
If I say what we say then,
You can't say
majority of
that.
them no good.
Oshan, we have to say.
All right, so basically, why I say wrong, right? Because we are baller hearing about them, I'm saying now, them development stifle after a certain age, right? Because I remember in 2014, we had an under 17 team that defeated USA with Christian Pulisic, right? And 2 years on, those same players could not get past the Caribbean qualifiers, right? In 2020. Those same
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
You see, at the age of between 17 and 20, when they're supposed to transition to big man football, they still there at school, I play with a local man, we can't control and easily beat, and they look exceptional, right? So you see Leon Bailey now, Leon Bailey did that up until about 15 in age, right? And Craig Kerm go to Europe and make him, when he reach 17, 18, he might play.
You might different talent, man. You might different talent.
All right.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Listen what I say. Right? So, school football don't really develop them after a year. So, when they reach 17, they stop grow. They stop growing at school football because you see more like Walker and Vassell. When they were 19, they them walk around so come on. I dropped 9 and 10 nil. And that 9 them grow.
Exactly.
Right. Listen to me, if I say no. You notice say, I'll know me not disagree with nothing when I say. Me not disagree with nothing when I say no. Me not disagree with nothing when I say no. What I am saying is this. Just as how Shane said, the developmental part is missing. That is what we now try to address.
But
the problem is this now. No. The problem is this now. No. What we do as fans, we beat down Panama them and tell the man and say they're not good. It come like so when you have a man having pitney and turn on and look on the own pitney and say, you're not going to reach nowhere in life. We don't even contextualize that. All right. We don't even considering what you can do to them mentally. You know much talented youth at the age of, all right, you know the problem why me have to cut it out? You see, my program, many of the schoolboy footballers them watch my program between age of 13, 14, 15, 16. When now we come on this program and say, no, they're not good. You know what I can do to them? You can tell them, say, hey, go stop playing football and go plant some yam. Stop play football and go plant some yam and dash in.
Go on,
That is what I'm trying to do.
Go on, listen to me. Schoolboy football, not develop players.
No.
Schoolboy extra character activities at school.
Listen,
and every baller will play schoolboy football or make it in a football.
No, you can't say that as well.
Know that.
Say you tell, well, on, man. Travis.
And when you them attached to a club,
Travis, yeah, do it the wrong way.
A club. Well, responsibility
Travis,
to make players. They mean wrong way.
Me ask that question. Listen to me, I say. You train on under 14 team. You're the coach for your under 14 team. You are the coach for under 14 team. I'm going to listen to me. And you're going to look for your under 14 team and say, somehow, not going to make it in a football. No, me ask the question. Would you say that to your under 14 team? Somehow, not going to make it in a football. Would you say that to them?
Nobody I'm telling me truth. And everybody.
No, Travis, no.
Go on.
No.
Listen, man.
The psychological aspect of football is a massive thing that make them reach far. Psychologically, that make them reach far in a football. You have to win the battle up here so first. Now the players them.
I want to ask you one question, military. Why would I tell them they're not good? Because in your mind at 14 years, it's sure they're not good, right? Right? That's why I say. There's two things that I have to look at. They say, schoolboy football don't develop players, which is a lie. Because it better to say schoolboy football develop players to a point. Me and military have this conversation months now where we say players like me wasted their last 2 years in high school. They should have done and transition. We have if you are watching a few weeks or months, we've done everything under the conversation. Let them spend they left high school at 17 and move on and whatever. Then now when you say you're that 14-year-old, them say, hey, they're not good. That is madness. Did you know Jamie Vardy at age 19 or at age 20?
At 27, Jamie Vardy going
to man. We don't always compare Jamaica. What I know with first class countries like England. Don't do that, brother.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All the while you do that. Don't use international countries where have football culture like England, where Jamie Vardy have opportunity to compare to Jamaica. So don't bother with that. Don't use that analogy. That's not going to work.
In every sport, you have late rumors. You can't tell a 14-year-old, say, oh, he's not making football.
Hold on.
You have late bloomers in every sport, right?
Yes.
So you can't tell a 14-year-old, say, yo, he's not making a football. Because nobody can develop it. So you can't reach a conclusion at 14.
At 14.
Yeah,
well,
you know the problem is this.
What problem?
Something. Can you say come from Mobi?
Eh?
Something, Shaz. You say come from Mobi. All right. You come from Cornwall, top footballer. You ever hear about Raymond Megu? The captain Cornwall. All right. Come from my era, Burnsman originally, father. All right. Them man, they are top player. And them man, they don't bother with football after they left the cup, brother. The man a big old vice president, National Water Commission. But all right. We can call and let's goalkeeper again. What I know? You have Kevin doing it again. Well, when we go from and we are Cornwall in the zone, them man they kill we. And when them man they left the cup, them man they don't play football again. One next big goalkeeper again. Jevan Sterling from Cornwall. Again, top goalkeeper. From then go to college or foreign. They don't bother with the ball again, brother. We have to understand that and everybody are going to make it in a football.
But you can't.
There's a personal decision.
So see, now be a man, and we call 3 money from Cornwall.
Travis, me thinking now look on the point. No, Travis.
Because them never make it in a football. That means all of them not good. Because you just mentioned 3 Cornwall college players who never make it.
But the 3 top players that we choose otherwise, and that they tell you.
What that means?
Hold on, so Travis, so based on your reasoning, Travis, because first I'm going to put an input plan where I say from there. Come here, listen what I said. Travis, so based on your input, if you, all right, now use Sadio Mane for example.
No, man, no.
Well,
Him say enough for you.
No, listen, man. Stop using the English Premier League style business, man. We are dealing with Jamaica ball, football.
All right,
Come on, use some comparison, brother.
Travis, well, I'm keep that.
Signal would have when man play ball barefoot. Put socks together, kick ball.
In Africa.
No, we don't do all of that, man. We do not for that one, me on YouTube.
He's in a bad man. We talk no. You talk no really. But he never. What do I say? The mentality a man have. If you say tomorrow you're gonna be a teacher, and to the partner really clear as though it's supposed to be, I'll give up on your future. As I say, enough man play football at school because the opportunity there, yes, but at the same time, it's not a man profession. It's just like track and field, champs, big name, mash up with stadium, and when they come, I know them represent Jamaica. But at the mentality, some man use it as opportunity to go college, some man use it as opportunity for other reasons. That does mean to them playing football mean that it's a job, brother. So it's not about being a big Dakar Cup player or a Manning Cup player at the same time going to play for Jamaica because many of these players use for college opportunities because they see their future beyond football, not really in football, but being another, some beaters featuring at the best school in America, probably best university or somewhere, somehow, to achieve them goal because deep down is not their career choice. So it's not a matter about,
You bring up some good points, I'm going to ask Travis this. Travis, your son at 13 years old, I play for your community team, right? Your son, listen to me. Just listen to me now. You have a son, and your son love football, just as though you love football, right? So you would not go to the international level. I go to Jamaica. Right. Your son love play football, and your son say in one play for Jamaica one day, and I'm gonna play for your community team. In first day of training, in go train. Coach look on him and say, "No come back at training because you not make it in football." The coach look on your son and say, "Don't come back at training because you're not gonna make it in football." And he come home and tell you that. He come home and say, "Daddy, me not play no more football no. Because the coach say me not good." And he give up on football. He come home and tell you that. How would you as a father would feel for your son say that? See a coach look on him and blighten him future. I try blighten him future just by that. Oh, that feel.
I want team that, you know. I want somebody tell him that.
But you know, so the one somebody can make him give up football.
But even if I say love football, me as his father then, can I want a different team? Simple. We're not going to this. Can I want a different team?
Just at the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Psychologically, even when they carry one different team, the mere fact what just the team they want to play for, psychologically, it mash up your mind. Yes.
Yeah, but you're telling him say that coach don't want him. That coach ain't no good, so try somebody else.
Travis, let me tell you this. You see young youths, you see young kids, there's so much things in their life what can really affect them psychologically, and for the rest of their life they remember it. For the rest of their life they remember
that's true.
It can be something as simple as that. Even little boy, some simple little things will affect kids. You would never believe they affect them way there. And I remember first in life, and it made them make some dire decision in life because of that one incident.
We are stretched so far, right now. Jamaica give more deal with that.
All right.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
And like say, when you see me talk, say the whole Jamaican ball they not good, Upset me. Because you don't have talent. But the problem is Guna. The man them, when we look on you, them the attitude.
Yes, me agree.
That I mean, a full problem, brother. All right. Alvis Powell, I come from under 17, Alvis Powell originally was a centre half, You didn't know that, Guna?
Yes, man, I know that.
All right. See? But Alvis Powell attitude, that's why he can't hold on a club. Because man, they don't listen. Alvis Powell cuss off you there already, for West Morgan, And West Morgan tell him, say, I must hear a story.
Yes, man.
Say not going to reach in football. I mean, it's a Sunday night in a game, That's how the game plays. I mean, that work Monday. Thursday. See? From the same man I come off on the field, they head down, From there, I left work, watch game on my phone. I'm stop at one bar and reach us up. And from I see man I come on. In a sense, me myself, I hype him up. I say, yes, man, I can lock it up. But Alvis Albus, they don't listen, brother. Can they feel say them bigger than the team? Can I go for the next man channel and say, a man name out in 9 player them where I work. 2 months for me look on the side.
Yeah, man,
Kill me
me
there
see it,
sabotage
man.
the side.
Ryan, man, me see it, man. Me not watch it too,
Yeah,
man.
but even before I put up that, me know them 9 player there. I sabotage the program long time.
We did get information still.
Yeah, for a long time. See? But when me look on the man, they don't love their country. They don't love Jamaica, brother. They only think about themselves.
Yeah. Me
I
not
saw me
say
look
them
on it.
Jamaica, but them put
It's
themselves
a
in front of
mentality.
Jamaica.
It's a mentality.
No, listen
issue.
up. Listen up, brother. All right. When they look on the South Americans, then when they get called up in any other country, if man them make him prime blank, so them all play for their country, brother.
Hold on, no. Argentina versus
But what you
Brazil. You know how Argentina players they reach na stadium in
Exactly.
na carry chunk.
Listen, me I say, can man say about play for their team? Can me support Brazil, brother? And I like say, 98, you know. Me big enough, you know, say, with their World Cup, and me look on, it's a team where we assemble. But the man, they make Tapper and mash up everything. Because Tapper, it's a Tapper, we rate Tapper as a player when he needs to play for Jamaica. But it's the personality, Tapper them full of themselves too much, and them believe, Tapper not professional. Because if he was professional, he would have still be the job today. Because how you can have a player like Pinnock, we're best defender with Jamaica have.
Yeah.
And we're not biased. And we'll be talking it. Me say a man make say a statement, say anytime VAR come, Damian Lowe get red card. And he says so, don't happen. Because we're not fool to football, brother.
Hold on, Travis. The first man tell her, the first man who said Damian Lowe is a walking red card, the first man who said, what made me here was Jay Taylor. He was the first person said Damian Lowe.
Me don't remember if him say it, because I did it on him in live video when he said it. But we don't exactly, but I think I know him alone, somebody else. See?
Fabian said too. Fabian said too rush.
Yo, all right. First of all, me play football as a striker. And if me and Damian Lowe in a position there, me now left center and tackle in a midfield. Man, I talk about say, him play the ball after. Football gone past that, brother. When me I look at you to watch Hagler play for Reno, Hagler mash up people. Then football don't play again, brother. Football evolve. You see me, I say? As far as me see it, I'm going to tell you, I have to beat Damian, I have to beat the goalkeeper, and I have to beat Albus. After we goalkeeper again, in Canberra Square, you know, he's a good shot stopper. And he can't use it for that reason why he set himself to stay at MLS. He don't want to go nowhere else.
No, you can't say that, man.
No, I mean, no, you can't say that.
No,
say that.
Well, on, man.
Listen, man.
Well, on, Travis.
Go now.
Because he can't use his foot.
Listen up. Go now.
Because he can't use his foot.
Go now. All right. When we look for the goalkeeper for America, Turner, he better than Andre and Arsenal or by Turner. Come on, no, go now, man. Come on, go now, man.
Yeah, but listen,
when we look for that.
Well, on, man. No, well, on, Travis. What we are talking about, you know, is when you say because he can't use his foot, he don't want to go nowhere else. That me I talk about. Well,
all right.
The thing, you know, we can't.
Go here now. Go now.
That is
Andre get enough half, I know. Can he say it himself, you know? But Andre, like, then satisfied. He just like for you, them, Andre Lewis, the Peter Lee, them, they just want to stay in the USL. From USL team to USL team.
Problem.
No, that, man. This, go now, we can't tell about. Hey, man, they don't work hard enough. They don't work hard enough. All right. See, Fleming, we can guarantee you. I mean, I've shut him down, you know. But me tell you that personality. Fleming not last like at Toulouse. You can't tell you that. Because Fleming attitude. From Fleming play for Timberley Gardens.
Yeah.
As we tell me work doing I'm they are through all them, you the operator and go on.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I base on the game. Sunday.
That's what I mean.
Monday, sorry. Iman, Daniel, catch up on the field. Can the man know how to listen? Can I feel they know everything?
Well, Anna Travis, listen to me, sir. You highlight so much things. Your whole person you highlight, you know. And highlight come under one factor, one single factor. Discipline.
Discipline. Go now. What do you say? The ball are good enough. And I said literally, me said it not good enough. Me just upset.
Yeah.
I just you see me, I say, brother. All right, when we look for the local youth, you walk at them, Peter Lee, or all right. For example, though, how can a player like Cardell Benbow, in next one named Beckford, left Mount Pleasant, where I get how much money, and you say you want to raise a player, and 2 man in a gear, you gone back at Waterhouse and Veer, where you get less money. What can I think in them, brother? Tell me now, how do you think? What can I think in that? You know, professional setting like Mount Pleasant, where I get good money. and you want to stick up a club, say you want more money, and then Ghana want out some view where less money you get. How that work out?
Travis, you see, Travis, may I listen to your point and him a very valid point you mentioned of Travis, because in most cases now, as I say, there's a saying that black man don't understand. I don't know to make use of success.
Exactly, brother.
It's the problem we know for them Jamaican. Because we see the whole we have the same frustration across the board, because we have the same problem, as we say, but to put it on to discipline and mentality in these local based players. You get me? So it's not like say, yo, we know. So indiscipline and the
mentality make me frustrated, brother.
And the mentality them have towards football, because I mean, as I said, this moment them have a proper season or a moment of stardom.
Exactly, brother.
They feel like next week they go to the man and say, yo, Ray. Them supposed to get laid back in a certain level. And
so may I ask you a question? Basically, so a whole lot of things I like, you know, but what I don't like is this now. Art, you know what? Let me not say that. What can we do? Is it a Jamaican culture thing? Why the players them have that mentality? Or just because I fans them make the players them have the mentality? So when
fans and the community where they come from, but you tell me, see most of the communities them they now call spade a spade. They not tell all of them say when they wrong, they wrong. All right, we follow most of them Jamaica ball on Instagram, local and overseas. Can rate the ball of them, but some of them would never comment on. You know why? Because man they too thin skin.
Very. No, enough of them attack me, man. Personal attack.
All right. Mr. Maggie, coach this interview, man. You talk, say, you have a problem. You learn. I say, but as you say about Maggie, you know, you see, coach, where you coach Maggie, he my main reason why Maggie is today. Because when Maggie play with JC, they don't tell Maggie if you just take the ball and do what you want. So Maggie lazy, Maggie don't know if it work as a midfielder when he have the ball. Only when he have the ball.
True.
I say, now football move past that, brother. And I like say Maggie, the Walker, the whole of them have talent. But the reason why I tell someone all in the chat say Walker always in a team over Maggie. Because Walker is more, he work rate better than Maggie.
The hardest working. Well, I know. The hardest
no better than Maggie, you know.
Well, I know, Travis. The hardest working Jamaican player right now. The hardest working Jamaican player right now is actually when name the Speedy.
All right. I'll call you the humble. All right. We don't touch that thing. You know what I'm here say a such man that I will topper make Pinocchio and DJ no come the last couple games them. And see as Paul coming out with 2 man they come. I'm sure say topper much of football, brother. With the friend business. Because we couldn't be much further over there now today there. Right now we have to scrap. And right now me not give up, you know. Me not give up, you know. I still can't do it, you know.
All right, so hold on. We have Mr. Maxwell on the line here. What about Mr. Maxwell?
Yeah, man. Look here. Been listening to Kim a little bit late. But look here. Let me tell you. One of the things I just want to put a little part in the discussion here, right? One of the problems, right? One of the bigger problems, right, is that a lot of the local players have certain poor attitudes or certain wrong things. Just like I hear the panelist here mentioned Maggie. Maggie has come out publicly, you know, and he has said that the Manning Cup did not develop him as it should have. It made him nurture bad
practices, attitude.
Bad practices. You understand? And it affected him later on when he went to play internationally. It affected him. And I can tell you this. The Manning Cup, the Costa Cup, should be a nursery. But the better players like Maggie, right, should have been in at least, the very least, in Harborview senior team much at an earlier stage. But what happened was that when Maggie started to transition into the Harborview senior setup, he was actually discouraged by the Jamaica College administration, whoever it was, whether coaches, whatever, and so on, not to play. And he stopped. They stopped him. and that held back his development. I can say from another aspect, Alex Marshall, another young star, the same thing happened while he was at Cavalier. After he had a brilliant thing with Jamaica under 17, and he was destined to move into the senior setup, he was discouraged and said, no, don't do that yet. And then after that, when he finished school and he got an offer in Germany, the first thing the German said was, no, the guy, his development was held back. You understand? And they couldn't take the time to invest in him at that stage. You understand? Because if you use another template now and look at what has happened with some other players like Kaim Paris, Shamar Nicholson, they all played in whatever the Costa Cup, but they just exited a little bit earlier. You understand? A lot of people, sometimes people mention, oh, Shamar Nicholson not playing that Manning Cup. He did, Him actually, I think, played that Manning Cup up to probably almost him last year LGBT, just that the team he played for always get knocked out by the time we reach October.
Okay.
That's what normally happens. Them get knocked out very early. You see? So he was always able to go into Boystown's team quite early. And that did help his development more. So, we have to look at...
You know my problem is, Mr. Maxwell, I think we as Jamaicans, we see the problem. All of us, Chevy see problem, Ocean see problem, Fabian see problem. Yes, all of these conversations we're having right now, well, even me and Mr. Maxwell sit down and talk about this for hours. We sit down and talk about the same issue. But the problem is this now. How can we fix it? What can we put in place to fix it? The development. I'm not talking about only JFF, I'm not talking about only JFF, because I think that we as a fan we need to help JFF and tell them how to do things. Because obviously they don't know how to do things. How can we fix it? What can we put in place to fix it?
Look here, let me tell you, the problem is, look here how you want to look at it now. JFF is the controlling body for the sport,
True.
And look here, to be honest, there are certain things that the JFF try to implement. But smaller bodies down the line hold back that sort of thing. Or they say, no, they don't want to do it for their own selfish reasons. One of the things that I know that the JFF wanted to bring in, right, was they wanted, right now I think they're allowed a certain amount of amateur players in their squads, because you have a lot of teams having the younger players, but I think only 4 can be amateur. I think they had wanted more, but it was discouraged. Right? One of the other things was that the second tier league, right? Which other place you have in the world that you don't have a genuine second tier? You understand?
Yeah.
If you had a genuine second tier, right? Kids leaving from the Costa Cup would have that should be where you have all of the younger players being blooded in that second tier. And then now some of those players them that touching near in them 30s. I'm not supposed to see nobody over 30 and so in the Premier League,
True.
We're supposed to see them in that second tier they know.
A big belly man them.
Some of them young guys. You understand?
Yeah.
But the problem is that when that second tier they were trying to introduce it, certain people with power, meaning the same parish presidents, went against it. And once that goes, and they're the ones who basically like it or not, JFF is controlled by the parish presidents. And they decide sometimes and shoot down certain decisions that are made by the actual administration of JFF they want to go through. But you have people with a myopic view who want to keep the status quo how it is. They're not interested in seeing a second tier.
Because it's more beneficial to them financially.
Yes. Because you have certain confederations that if you have a second tier, it will water down their thing to a third tier, literally, And they're not interested in that.
Okay.
You understand? For them sponsorship. And
what is the case in which they don't plan to put in the proper investment in it because they want to reap more than what they sow?
Look here. Let me tell you something, man. What happened is that you have you have about in the JFF right now, you have probably about let me see, 1, 2 or 3 parish organizations that genuinely, only 3, genuinely have a lot of the various structures in place to properly develop football in those parishes, right? You see the rest of them, they don't have it.
Okay.
And the thing there now, that is why if you check it out, in the development of football in the various parishes, you notice certain parishes always up, and certain parishes struggle.
Yeah.
Even when some of those parishes might be up. Yeah. Even when you see sometimes some of those parishes are up, the only thing that happens is that sometimes they import players. Right? A lot of people don't realize that Costa Cup, some people that have the know that when certain teams in the Costa Cup reaching far, them know say no. Most of them players are imported from the strong parishes.
All right, so there's something I'm realizing that happened in Jamaica.
Put up and running comment on the TV, on the screen, please. As
all right, so up and running, we have somebody in the comment section said, Cassava is the confederation that is holding back Jamaica football.
I never want to call the name. I never want
no, man,
to call the name.
I saw in the comment section say it. I didn't say it.
Call the name.
I saw in the comment section say it, man.
Military,
yeah. Some in the comment section says so. And I think the Jamaican football is getting a thorough beating. And this World Cup, the good thing about it, I really, really enjoy this run we have in regards to the vloggers, and because these aspects of football is not being covered by the Gleaner, the Observer, TVJ, or even CVM. These aspects of football is not being covered by that. So the football fans in Jamaica can understand the real deep-rooted issues that Jamaica is having, and that is the reason why Jamaica football development is so far behind. These are the deep-rooted issues. And I'm glad for Alerta channel because we are highlighting it. I want to make people know what going on. And I think this is where change starts. This is where the paradigm shift. Because whenever I highlight something that was in the dark for years, people are going to see it. People are going to say, so, no man, this is wrong. This should not happen. Just as though all of a sudden VAR come in a CONCACAF, all I tackle what Damien Loa do, highlighted. So this, and then now say him have to go learn from that. I think he can learn from that and get knocked.
The bad habits ingrained in him long time, because it's not just him. If people are watching the match genuinely, them say taxi do some things here where every minute they say, Jesus, Lord God, they don't catch it. You understand? So the things were there, and as I say, is a poor, certain things them get away with it from they are young here. And when they go to certain leagues, I can tell you, MLS in the US, there are certain things that they don't encourage. Because I have seen players, right, as centre halves, go into the US league, and they don't encourage them, to pass the ball out
from the back.
From the back. Is that out and out, kill out, just out.
Yeah, and
get to their ball.
The only thing we see come from MLS, are good keepers, and they always have good keepers.
Military.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I don't know. Whatever changes we have to be made, it's not as simple as people talking about just changing either a president or a JFF. It has to be more than that. You have a lot of the presidents that are there that have some thoughts. Look here, I think somebody need to look and then examine who are the various presidents for the parish presidents and look how long some of them are there.
All right. So,
and then you get an idea of the problem.
So
look how long some of them have been
that's
there.
the problem though. I wouldn't if you really root it out. So we'll move on now. So we have a big match later.
Yeah,
give me what tomorrow. What's your thoughts on that game before we move before cut?
Oh, my thoughts for tomorrow. Okay, I hope we can get a draw. Right?
You think a draw is good enough?
It's not good enough, but if we get the draw, let me tell you, to be honest, if we get the draw, we get a win, right? And the result still go according to, we're still not actually out, you know.
We lucky, sir. The results still go for we, even when we're not turn up.
Man, listen, man. Look here. Mexico just have to do what them for do, right? If Mexico do what they're supposed to do, right? We're still in the mix because we have 2 last home matches, you know. And the thing is, after that, now it get a little bit tickish based off of who they also have to play. You understand? Our thing is, you know, if we can beat Canada, that is one of the things. That is the thing, you know. But look here, hold on. When we have to play Canada, Canada would have qualified already.
Sure.
And one of the things that also, so if Canada carrying a cold thing there, most of our players are used to the cold thing, you know, so that now really, I don't think that can affect it as much as it would affect some other teams. You understand? So I don't know. But I can tell you straight up that even if we get 4 points, it's not done. Right? But we're going to have to win every right? So it's not technically it wouldn't be done because, as I said, results going our way. I have to remember, Canada have Panama have USA in USA. No care what the USA now. The side come and USA beat them. You know? That now happen. You have to look at all the permutations, you know, right? So the results can go our way. So it is not all loss, right? So we have to really look at that. So make we see how it goes. But we're going to have to get up at least a point. All right. If we get 3 points, all the better.
All right, big up, big up, Mr. Maxwell. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, right, yeah, man.
Travis, big up, Travis, for coming on to the panel, you know, and light up the thing. Hey, Travis, Sian, what wrong with you? Sian, what wrong with you, man? I asked if Albus Night starts 11 tomorrow.
Hey,
so Travis,
so this command points 90% of our pay gonna say how much months they win, man.
Hey man, a long time. Hey, you're gonna beat. All right, yes. So you have a set of people who have beat people now. You see, I'll one, Mister. You hope one. All right, till now, one. Cheese. One now. Oh, them man they beat people.
But the reality in the military, Travis touch on a lot of topics that we talk about already. The whole Maggie spending 2 extra years, waste of time, and whole schoolboy football. I mean, supposed to stop at 17. We already talked about that because it don't make no sense. Them play till them are 19 and walk around.
None whatsoever.
It don't make no sense. But the whole structure JFF and need to fix, and we talk about the attitude of the different players and all of that. The problem we may have with Travis is that they must say the ball of them no good and he make one big paintbrush and he paint everybody and show everybody in a can.
Yeah, man.
Which is
but him correct it still, correct it now. We must talk emotionally, you know.
I don't understand because emotions that take over.
Yeah, man.
You might mention the fact the same thing when we
are know say the lose what they do, cause it. Travis, me know say the lose what they really show over edge, you know, man. Our worst case now when I loyal continue.
Because if I have a ball game with Paul, I want to play, them can play. So me have that conversation and say, even with me and Andre Blake shaky because Andre Blake can't play the ball.
You know good in the foot.
Yeah,
but he's very good. You understand me? I say depends on what coach wants. And me think Blake tried his best in the last match and he was okay making the near passes, which is good. You understand? Damien was worse than him. Damien was the worst part. They would just get the ball boom up field. And I mean, they understand why I'm going to MLS because that's what they do in MLS. And we talk about that. With 15 he had them playing out from the back. And he realized that no other team in MLS now play out from the back. Which is bad. So, Travis, I will papa and Travis touch pan. We agree with most of what Travis said, except that 1 point. Pierre gonna beat everybody, and Pierre can me not deliver Jamaica anymore, but that's just a couple months, bro.
Man, just reach out. O'Neal, what go on?
Yeah, I want to get in my like a 2 cents there.
Yeah.
On 2 things. One, where Travis said, all right, regarding the players, they're not good. As where him allude to in the last part, him frustrated. But military, when you tell a 14-year-old, say, boy, him no good, no come back at training. The same words affect different people different way, you know. Because that for some people that are motivation, you know. You understand? So the same words will affect people different ways. That being said, here what happen now. The schoolboy football, is it really supposed to develop players, or is it about winning Money Cup and D Cup and all
winning.
of that?
Straight winning.
That's what it's about. Me have a question. Me know so we have Craig Butler and the Phoenix Academy. Do we have any other academies in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, I think so. Yeah, man, we have other academy.
And more will be popping up now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel that way because I think Craig Butler kind of laid down a blueprint, you know, to follow.
Yeah,
also,
man, it changed the direction of football. Continue.
Right. Also, the different leagues, right, where Jamaica have. JFF supposed to play a part in a player development by the system that they have in place, you know. For right, as you say, a league, certain leagues is about winning as well. Yes, but also there is that's why people not just go straight to a Premier League. You play D1, you play Super Cup and all of them things there. Back when me did that Jamaica, them know. Maybe them change name now, have some different setup. But that's why you progress from one stage to the next. You know what I mean? But these when you highlight, say a man have above average, then we don't have no system to highlight the above average there and grow it. Case in point, I'm gonna show you something. When Bolt did broke the record in the stadium there, and when they would say in a paper lightning bolt strike, they recognized that Bolt was above average. You understand? And then take him out and develop him, right? And turn him into who him is. You understand? So maybe JFF needs to take a page out of the J3A book and come up with a system where they can use to develop players and grow them, you know, so till them can mature in the thing, you know. So the issue though is that there is no special program that's concentrated solely on player development. You know what I mean? And I think if we could implement that in the Jamaican football,
course, we can. I think you can implement it now. The problem is this now.
But that is what JFF is there for. You see, is not just about World Cup and Premier League. That's what they're there for, to develop, to ensure so they put in the framework for grow the talent where Jamaica produce. Jamaica is we do have a lot of talent, not just in football, but in many different areas, to the point where we can't even absorb them, you know, to use them for the betterment of Jamaica. You know, and a lot of the talent is going elsewhere in one of different fields, not just football. You know, the issue though is that is JFF mandate to develop the Jamaican football product. And as you have, and Fabian and a whole heap of other panelists have said, they are not doing it. They are failing at their mandate. And it's us as fans need to point that out to them. You understand? As far as me can say, one good president JFF ever get, and it was Burrell. And when we can get him, we got a World Cup. You know what I mean? Aside from that, I don't understand what they are sitting down there doing, collecting a bag of money. You know, a false pretense, them a collect and a false pretense to figure out prison, because them now do them work. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
The issue is that their mandate is to develop the football, and they're not doing it. It's not just the boy figure a World Cup. And them have to put it by, and they do that by the systems that they have in place. Now, me don't know nothing about football, you know, so me not gonna say the playing system. Me not that advanced, but me know enough about management. And you have to have, you know, a system in place to reach a goal. You understand? Now, reaching World Cup, you understand? Reaching World Cup is should be the end product of that system that they have.
Yeah, so
You
you
know?
achieve your maximum
And
goal.
exactly. Now going to, but everybody feel, say, boy, World Cup, and we bring in the English players in order to make us reach World Cup. Maybe that is a bait and switch kind of program. So they want to reach World Cup, get the money and use it to develop the program where they want. Probably that can be it. I mean, I have a problem with the English players. I like them, but them seem and
You
them
know,
seem very well dedicated to the side too.
what JFF
But
do? You know, see what JFF do? Rather than developing or setting up a structured program where these young players can develop. So, for example, you have
they want the finished product without putting the work.
Under that alone, no. They want to use the national team as a developmental product. There's no way a player who not reach a final product yet, who not reach maximum potential yet, I go walk into the Reggae Boyz squad. That should not happen. That should have never happened. That should have never happened.
Unless you are grooming to take over from somebody or something like that.
It's so for example, so what if he's a 19-year-old and my best player? So you want a defender and you want a centre back, right? And you want to put him in the national program. He's 19-year-old. You look for the youngest and the best centre back in the football in the country. So that in that sense, you can say, yeah, develop the young talents. Not a sense. Because even though you might have other defenders who play other places as well. No, you have to remember that in football, you have to have continuity. That is a part of it. That is a part of it. So you find yourself with a team of players in the age bracket of 20, 21, 22, 23. We do have some players right now in that team at the age bracket. You know. My problem is this now. Those players are not playing at a acceptable level. Them players are not playing at an acceptable level. That's my problem. And because they not play at an acceptable level, when they come to perform, they can't perform at that level because they can't reach a height. They can't reach a height.
I agree with you, but also agree with you, military, but also you have to note this too. The Jamaica Premier League, right? The Jamaica Premier League. Can you take players from the Jamaica Premier League to form a team to go World Cup? I don't think we would have reached far. So
no,
they need to focus on developing the league, as where you say bully per time. Here you say it about 100 times, right? They need to focus on develop the Premier League, so the level can get elevate the level of the players them, and that all come from player development. So I think the long and short of it, the problem is not the talent. The problem, as we all say, is player development, right?
That's the biggest problem in Jamaica right now.
A player seems to reach his zenith when he win Manning Cup. You know what I mean? You ready? And that is where it just starts. There was, make I show you this. There was this player, may I tell you, back in my day, I mean, I don't know if you probably lick a boy them time there, but Pele Wilson, may I tell you, I believe he used to play for Arnett. Pele Wilson, right? When he left out of high school, him going at the national program, he was that good. Pele Wilson. And how far Pele Wilson going at football? And him love, I mean, him love the sport.
What if he made the step too early rather than make him really, really refine himself? Well, I'm reading a super chatter. Tennis, a long time super chatter come in and say, military people criticizing a player, nothing is wrong with that. Or local players are not as good as we think they are. I'm not saying my best, but I think the local players, the biggest problem is the mentality. That is the biggest problem.
Attitude. But let's say your attitude that will determine your altitude.
Another Travis in a say no. The biggest problem.
That Travis has said, but I guess him is a little too pointed for some people.
Yeah, man.
You know?
No, but really and truly, yes, that is the reason why I love these type of platforms. Big up Ryan LFC. Thanks for coming in, bro. Massive respect. That is the reason I love this type of platform now. You see, you don't really get anything sugar coated. because you get the real passion, you get what fans are feeling. That's what me.
Yeah.
Me not. You see ball of them. No, if I ball them, feel like say. Personally, me I go run back at them. No, me I run back at a team, not the specific baller.
Yeah.
Run back at a team, not the specific baller. See, fans them. We are the one.
But military, yeah, their favorite guy, you know, stop talk about Vassal.
Vassal, no man, no, you know, Vassal not my favorite. And you can tell us enough people that never believe me who are my favorite reggae boy, right at this moment. Because you know,
is either Vassal or Speedy. But
no, I think I'm here to Corberg.
Okay. But anyway,
because you see, because you same time me not play football, me never did naturally gifted. So me respect hard work and Corberg hard work he plays for a long time. All right, now go touch some point. You see, because we don't have the development there, because we don't sitting there, we don't have the structure in place, and the local players them not at the level that we would want them to. At this point in time, we cannot depend on them. We can't depend on them now. It come like say, so for example, you build a car. You build a car now. If the car now, you can't reach 100% yet now. The car at 90. No, say the car at 50. The car at 60. The car at 60%. And you want to move from St. Catherine to Hanover. And you get the opportunity if you say, all right, even though you build the car was 60% complete, versus you see another car, you have the opportunity to take another car with 100% complete, but on a you build it. So you have to go support the car there. You know what the problem may I say happen? People that take the 60%. A chance with the 60%. And you crash. That is what happening right now. The program will crash. Because we are using some players that are not at the level. We are using some
players. If you drive in another car, you have to still work on your one with the hope that you go finish. The finished product will reach where one day.
You want to reach Hanover, you know. You need to reach Hanover, you know.
Yeah, but when you're driving a fast car where you get and go Hanover, but guess what happens? You still work on your one because one day you have to go give up that car there and drive your one.
When I reach Hanover, I try work on my car. I try complete my car. But at the end of the day, I need to reach Hanover. So I need to take care of that car. In a national program right now, this is what happens.
I'm going to ask you this. JFF president, then get elected, what, every 4 years?
Every 4, I think something like that, yes.
All right. This president will get elected, right? Because I guess me I beat the JFF, you know, because me I lay clear development solely at the seat of the JFF.
After I finish 1 year from Siobhan Pier, just message me. Continue.
Yeah, me I lay the problem at JFF, the foot of JFF. You understand? Because of them. When him get elected, him come in with what him envision and what am I gonna do to further the mandate of developing football in Jamaica. Me never hear him give a vision. Me never hear him. As far as me say, I don't even know if the man can talk. You understand? And in our first place, boy, them say you can't judge a person based on looks, but man, that man just have a face there where he just looks scamish. Me not know.
All right, Pierre, Siobhan Pierre, big up. Thanks for coming on, bro. What's up? What do you think?
Yeah, afternoon military. Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on what Mr. Maxwell was saying earlier. I think that's one of the biggest points that we in Jamaica would tend to skip around. Because I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never heard a situation where each parish or each zone has their particular president and they have their own footballing league that brings up to the major league itself, to the top league. So I don't see the sense of having a parish association. To me, it makes no sense. It's if they had like a county president, like they separated the country in three different counties, that would be better understood. But when you have a parish president for St. Thomas, Portland, for all 13 for the 13 parish, for 13 parish of Jamaica, it really and truly, I think pertaining to monetary wise, it affects us. It affects us because we have too much clubs. We have too much clubs in Jamaica. So whatever revenue that JFF may
think we have too much clubs?
Yeah, we have too much clubs in Jamaica. We have too much clubs in Jamaica because when you look at it, when you have for example, the club, the Paris Association that people are saying that are killing Jamaica. Not gonna call nobody name, not gonna call a federation name. In that association alone, which is possibly the smallest federation in Jamaica, they have over 100 clubs.
Ooh. No,
So
but
whatever financial, all right, let's say that particular association gets sponsorship. If they get $100 million in sponsorship, that has to triculate to all of the clubs in that particular association.
True, but the problem is this now. You bring up a very good point. Are we actually seeing any level of financial benefits being imparted on these clubs? Because
The
I've
thing
seen
about
other
it, you're
clubs
not
now.
going to see it.
So
You're
why
not
not?
going to see
Why
it
we not see it?
because there are too much clubs. Remember,
No, man.
if you have, just based off an example I just gave, if you have 100 mil, I have 100 clubs. Each club can only get 1 mil.
1 mil.
Well, not even a mil because the association themselves are going on money for themselves.
You know me
each
think
club
of the
themselves.
problem. You know me think of the problem because they bring up a very good point. I think this is our problem. I think that when the clubs them get the money, too much persons want personals out of that same money. So the infrastructure and development there, because in really and truly, yes, clubs supposed to be thinking about the money will come from the federation and something. I think one of the biggest problems and some of the most successful clubs, not only in Jamaica, right across the world, are some of the clubs that actually invest use them own a personal investment, as in the owner for the club, or anything like that. Because if I am starting a club, I'm going to decide to go run a club in Jamaica. I can't sit and wait. I cannot sit down and wait for the little stipend I might get from JFF. That will not be enough to suffice to play me
But
players.
the clubs are not, but even the clubs themselves are not really doing enough. How many club jerseys can you actually purchase in Jamaica?
You barely can't find that. That me I tell her. That me I talk about no.
No,
So
but
these
military, you
clubs are
can't
poor in
bash.
marketing. These clubs are poor in marketing.
Jamaica itself.
Which community you come
Jamaica itself is poor in marketing.
Which community you come from?
Me live close to Spanish Town side.
You live close to Spanish Town?
Yeah.
So one of the Spanish Town team them, Rima on the inside there.
Rivali.
Sorry, Rivali. I play. And you support Rivali. Would you buy a jersey?
No.
Why not?
Come and support Rivali.
No, just to say if you support Rivali.
Of course, any team who support me that buy them jersey, of course.
And think about this, you wouldn't be the only one.
No.
You wouldn't be the only one. So on jersey sales and all these things, the clubs who would be getting incentives, they would be getting an income. But because
all right, look at this. This is something that I've been alluding to for the longest while. With the JPL itself, the Premier League in Jamaica. We always hear that the clubs themselves have issues attracting sponsors, right? It seems as if the JPL clubs have outsourced the sponsorship acquiring to Chris Williams. If you realize the clubs are not looking them on as sponsors, and the JPL I go out and get sponsors, and then I do a raffle to determine who will sponsor which team. Jamaica is the only country me know that happen.
Then that's a foolishness.
That is what when I say it to persons, that matter to say we look at things to just cost one person, but the issue it go back to what Mr. Maxwell said. The board of the JFF, who are they? Because they are the ones that are in control of the JPL. So they of the JFF, they are the owners of the JPL. So if you look at everything boils down to the same set of persons. The persons them who control football in Jamaica. Because them are the Firepers Association, them are the club representatives, they are the board of JFF. So instead of asking each club to go out and say, yo, you go sell yourself to the people. No, they got a reputable name in Chris Williams to go out there and put his name on the line to say, yo, guess what? You go look sponsorship for you, we just focus on football. No other club in the world only focuses on football.
None. Them
No club
focus
alone.
on. All right, let me show. Hold on. CNR said clubs need a big following to sell shirts. Not go so. Not go so. You know people that understand. Let me tell you why not go so. Cian. Me know people where the overseas where follow even them follow up them farmer school team, them JC, them KC and everything. And they don't do anything for buy them kind of jersey. If champs are going,
so me every year.
Exactly. If you follow one club in Jamaica, I can tell us you try best, you try and get on a jersey. You try and put in a jersey. There's so much way. Yes, you want a football club. And when I JPL team, if you can employ me as a marketer, there's so much ways to make money. There's so much ways to make money. You'd be surprised. Me I tell you that, man. There's so much ways as a football club to make money. And not only a matter of jersey.
All right, look at this alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people this. There's over 1.8 million persons in Kingston and St. Andrew alone, which was baffling to me. I never knew it was so much in two parish. If you had 1, 2, or 3 clubs in that particular parish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just as an example, people don't kill me. If you had 1, 2, or 3 clubs in that particular parish only, not everybody is going to support a football club. But if a club, it says, has, say, 2,000 supporters, right? 2,000 loyal supporters.
Clubs have individual support sponsors. It's just that JFF appoint Mr. Williams to get more sponsors from a marketing standpoint.
Look on the look on the JPL, look on the matches that are being played. Look on the team them jersey. And tell me if you don't see the clubs and with on it. I just major like the major club. When I talk about sponsorship, I not talk about look up man I get $10,000. Cause $10,000 can't do no. $10,000 can't even buy gas putting up somebody's car.
No.
Me I talk about some real sponsorship like where the people are give millions of dollars. That is what Mr. But look at this now. Say what me just say, you have 2,000, each club have 2,000 loyal supporters, right? And each club sell a jersey for, say, example, $5,000. Persons will say, and everybody can afford $5,000, but blah blah. If somebody want to go party, they're gonna spend 10 grand more than that. So that logic doesn't make no sense. Exactly.
Because I wait for the Reggae Boyz jersey price to cut down a little bit from buy one. But as soon as the price cut a little bit, me go and buy.
Exactly. So $5.
That's also not cut military. That person not cut.
Is it not cut? Yeah, continue.
People
after Shivan finish them 1 year from tennis, yeah?
Yeah, man. After I always hear people say, yo, you're not gonna find Jamaicans who spend $5,000 buy a jersey, which me totally disagree with. Because if Jamaicans want something, they're gonna get it.
True.
They want something. If you have 5,000 fans, buy a jersey for if you have 2,000 fans, buy a jersey for $5,000. How much money that in our revenue?
2,000 fans, 5,000, 200,000.
No, that's $10 million.
10 million? Hold on. Let me calculate that. 10 million? Then a shitload of money that, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say, yo, just people not thinking about the simple things.
Yeah, but look on this now. Let me give you another factor. Right now. Them can make money off of their social media.
That is exactly. That's one of the main things.
Them Twitter.
That's one thing with me, I gotta say. The JFF always say them not have money. JFF always say them not have money. All right, from Antonio come to Jamaica. You ever seen him do an interview yet in a Jamaica jersey?
That's a mental. Marketing is a big factor in Jamaica. We have some more people coming on. Pele fan forever. Big up Pele fan forever.
You see, look on something as simple as that. Mikel Antonio would be basically the what I call it now, the star of Jamaican team, the face of Jamaica team, right? And we can't go up on JFF page, go even see a skit with Mikel Antonio. You can't say, yo, anybody wanna follow football, nah gonna know who's Mikel Antonio in Jamaica, you know. Because all them know them say this big thick man run out on the field, and when the match done, him gone. Nobody know who. If you don't follow football, you're not gonna know. Me never hear Mikel Antonio really talk much about Jamaica. You know, hear him talk about him roots. Me don't know if I something with them and say, yo, them don't want to get access to him or what. But the JFF come like the most.
JFF come like the most.
JFF come like the most secretive organization in Jamaica.
Let me come back. But audio bad. Audio bad.
Well. Oh yeah, me hear from Pele. Me will hear from Tennis first. A long time Tennis say one come in. Tennis, what go on?
Hold on.
Yeah, military, where I go? Big up yourself, man.
Me there, man.
Long time when I talk, man.
True.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's what I go, man. But see you guys with them Chavis. Me agree 100% with
yes, man. He brings some very, very good points.
Even though not beat him, but the player them. I agree with him 100% because military. Anywhere you go, people criticize players. Even America, England, everybody. And if they're not good enough, people are going to tell them they're not good enough. That's what I say. If a man say not good enough, you're not supposed to feel dejected and stop playing. That's supposed to make you prove them wrong. You understand? Show them say you're good enough. That's what I say. And we as fans can look and see certain players on the national team not good enough. You understand? So why they coach them can't see that? And people attack, and I know people attack say certain players are really good enough.
Long time.
A long time. You see me I say so. Even same development.
No, well, you see with the coach, for example, like Paul Hall. Let me tell you, like the selection we have. Let me tell you why it's difficult for him. We as fans would have definitely want to see one whole heap of new faces, right? But we have to remember, say, we are in the middle of a campaign.
Yeah.
If you try and mix and match the pieces then right now, it's going to really be tougher. So even though we're going to see players in the squad who say, boy, the man shouldn't do this and that. A campaign already started with these players. We're already in a momentum with these players. It'll come like say you're as a runner, you're in a full flow, you're in a good stride that go along. And you're going to misstep. Two missteps, are you do hurdles, you eat one of your hurdles them. It's difficult to find back the momentum there. So definitely me not gonna say things can't change right now. I'm not gonna say can't change because I think that what opportunity. Look how Kevin Stewart come right now and make like no. So saying that. But the reason I'm alluded to that is this. We know that want change, we know that want world for change, but it's hard for us show everybody so and bring some new set of people them. It come like we give up on a campaign, basically.
Yeah, man, I understand that. But
let me tell you what the difference now. After the campaign, you're going to see
no, you hear me I say. I understand that. But some of these players want to play for Jamaica a long time military. You understand? We blame the JFF for all them trying to get them players. Because all you can wait until last minute, certain man not get them passport. Some man have wait 5 years, 6 years to get a passport. No other country that team that in the military.
Let me give you some behind the scenes story. This is what's happening, right? So initially, through the entirety of the campaign, it should have been Tapper. Through the entirety, Tapper should be the one running this campaign 100%. He should be the one. Tapper, I have this campaign on deck from 2016, 2017. No. Give me say 2018. Him run the campaign from them time. Look at this now. Tapper having players them, specific players them, where him work with. So if he pass whatever time period, them players might use. From them time they are them players. We know the players them. We know the players them over and over.
Yeah, man.
Things change. This is when things change. When the players them want more money. The negotiation change things. At the point of the negotiation, the players them say it was not only about money. That is what them say now. And on the transcript when they send out, the bulletin when they sell out, them highlight all of the monetary factors, how much they want to pay for breakdown and this and that. One long list. And then now, one look about 1 2 line of the smaller factors. They say it's not about money now. That's what they say, it's not about money now. But why is it that there's so much inept analysis on the monetary factors, but the other soft factors, when the Bailey mentioned, like I said, they want one more physio, one more massage or something like that. Just 2 little things, you know. Then no. So because of the time period, and the JFF knows the football have to continue. So they say, all right, we could reach out to some of these other players and see if we can bring them into the program. Like how them money are withdraw. So now, that is where now the JFF reach out and get in some of my man them. Because really and truly, they shouldn't be a part of a project. Tapa have him local base players them when I work with. The only sort of man who probably would have say probably Ravel, because Ravel get the call and then played against a certain nice Surrey game and he will look really, really good and thing. And yes, it's some of them man, but it would have been a local contingency team, a straight route. And what we are seeing right now is this. It wouldn't have been good enough. Because when we go World Cup, we see it, say just them alone, not good enough. Not
Military.
good enough. We can't in a World Cup qualifiers. We cannot be in World Cup qualifiers. Impossible to in a World Cup qualifiers. And want to use man what play. I'm not going to say they're not good. I'm not saying that they're not good enough. But what I'm saying is we can't in a World Cup qualifiers looking to go in a World Cup and we're going to have man who play in a MLS, USL, or a local league. Local league not developed yet. MLS not regional level yet. USL not regional level yet. If in the event we pass and go through the World Cup qualifiers and we reach the World Cup, can you imagine these guys are playing against a Belgium? What would happen if we're going to be playing against a Belgium, Italy? You can imagine we play against France with Pogba. As much as I rate Anthony Grant all our midfielders them, but imagine a midfield, our midfielder play against Pogba, N'Golo Kante, which other midfielder if you use? Which other French midfielder we use? Just imagine. You can imagine Damien Lowe going up against Mbappe.
Listen,
as in passing, say Damien Lowe probably pull him down or probably try pop him foot. So coming forward into now, this is what happened. This is the whole context of how the entirety of the World Cup qualifiers crumble in front of our eyes. What is happening right now is us really, really try to salvage something out tight. Us as fans, we're on board. We are try our best. People might see the fans them and say, boy, the fans are trying so hard. We can ask them, anyone now see no updates on JFF website, either Instagram or Twitter. No one see nothing from there.
No.
You see that
but listen, military. We know them players wasn't good enough from before the World Cup qualifying start. Long before. I'm not a coach, but I know them player was good enough from the outset. So what me I say? Me people that talk about development in Premier League and develop. You can't do nothing without money. And without Jamaica got a World Cup, they don't have the money to do nothing. Military, I was Jamaica team from 1991 when they win their first Caribbean Cup. Then time they used to call it the Shell Cup. And from then time, me people talk about development. Military Jamaica don't have no money to develop no football. But what Jamaica have? Jamaica have a whole diaspora. Young player, old player when they can choose from. No, I don't think no other country can have a blessing where we have a military. I just certain people no want demand them in a team. See? If JP was organize him association get the act to him get him a military, we could have in a World Cup. With the same player them from England. Because local player now go bring the World Cup military. You are talking about play against France, which I him beat El Salvador. You are talking about the last under 23 team could be St. Vincent and Jamaica. That's what I say and a local base player. Me not this man them say man them not good enough, but military man them need to work hard upon them game military. If you want something, you have to work hard for it. You can't just bet because they're not put in a team and not good enough.
You know
why they bring this man and this man. You have to work for you want.
Look at this. Travis bring up some good points in the tennis. Man, look at it.
Yeah.
You see the mentality part of football. We lack that. Really lack that. And Travis bring it up. When time a man get selected squad, in post on his socials and make it look like the boy a fight out thing. When a man get selected squad. When time a man one fan say, yo, baller, you not ready yet. The baller attack your fan. The baller attack your fan now. When time, so it's a collective mental deficit, you know, where we have it, you know, a collective thing, you know. You see, our ballers, them, the point that Travis bring across, I agree with you 100%. You see, when the time reach when our footballers start think professionally, start behave professionally, that is when Jamaican footballer got change. And let me tell you, Jamaican footballers, when they start think professionally, these are some of the things they must start do. They start think professionally, they start act professionally. First, they must start develop themselves. They must start with self-development. They must start say, all right, what can I do? What can I do to make myself a better footballer? First thing that they have in mind now. So them start train harder. When they go in and set up and they say, all right, JFF, big people at JFF are the foolishness. The man I go by TV. Man I go by TV and then when the team supposed to play, players them saying and say, hey, that can't work. The captain for the team, who people don't know, have wholly powers. The captain for the team. If the coach get fired, the captain can make a coach get fired. The captain can make a coach change. Can get a change of coach. The captain and vice captain. If nobody don't know that. Them have a big say. So all if the coach go like him bad at this and that, the captain and the vice captain can make him get fired. Because if they come together and say, all right, based on the squad, we're here. They go to big people and say, all right, we represent the squad. We have already come forward. We have paperwork. We show that the players have signed off to it already. Say we can't continue this coach anymore. And in lose the dressing room because they know so most of the time that make coach lose their work when they lose the dressing room. Lose the dressing room. In not apply himself correctly. So when time the players them start acting in a professional manner, they can tell us it'll get better. Players who come from a professional setup now, when they come in this nice setup and then realize that it is not at the standard, the professional standard, it's not at the professional standard that it should be. One of two things. Either say you are going, when you fix it, or may not come back. When you fix it, or may not come back. Those are the options. And you can clearly see how much players never come back at one particular point in time. They need plan to come back. Once somebody change, we see an influx of them come back. So obviously someone was a problem. Someone was a problem. Or that person was the problem. Now, them that sort out. We still have other people with the mentality, with the bad mindset, with the need to root out of the team as well. Time will come when them all come out, you know. But until then, we are going to see the real Jamaican team. That is the reason I said the responsibility is also on the players. So I blame the players and the fans. Me blame the players and the fans. People curse me now when I say that, you know. Me blame the players and the fans. Because people are going to say, boy, the fans then try. Me can't tell you, we not try hard enough. We not try hard enough. We didn't try hard enough. We can say we put out a lot of effort, but we never try hard enough. Fans have so much power in their hand and they don't see it. They feel like the JFF not business to them. At this point in time, let me show you why. When time we got the training session, automatically when they see me, they post up a picture and a video when they see me. Why would they do that? Because they know say more than likely, maybe have to showcase what I go on. They know that. So them protect themselves and they send out something. Look at this right now. The players don't reach a Panama yesterday. And until now, none of we not see. Not even one post by the JFF. No players update. Me get reported 2 players reach a squad. Me get reported 2 players. That's how me get. So 2 players in the squad. When I get a report, JFF not giving a report on that. Our training session are gone. Nothing from the training session. The players don't reach. If the players them bed down are then good, whatever. Because we are supportive team. We're behind the team 100%. Yes, we're there so right now, and we have beat them. We have beat them. But in the same sense, don't feel like we're not supporting them. We beat them, but we are supporting them. 100%. That is the reason why we're there, sir. We make nice and we go out with the thing. Because we are supporting them. My brethren, Ryan, a ball from big TV. Ball from big TV. I think the JFF, we as fans, we need to start hold JFF accountable. And we're not only by talking, but by getting action. See there, Travis said, "I have follow players them. Big up, Woon there again. Blouse and skirt. Woon, all things, bro. You know, long me not see you. I hope you're good. All right, so people, close off and no. Close off and no. I longest stream this ever do. Longest stream this ever do, which is that I watch a longest. Shaz.
Yeah, bro.
What's about tomorrow game? Look like
well, we need to use a looks in there, brother. We need to win. We need to use a looks. I call it the ugliest way. We need to win, guys. As I said from before the game against Mexico, say we want 9 points. I'll best give away points. I feel like him trying to Jamaica put some grass in the pitch because them patch out throughout the game. It shouldn't be there. But beyond that, we need to win tomorrow. We need a win to really say, give yourself a chance to really fight for the extra game. We have 5 games left, right? So
5, yeah.
Mathematically, we have a chance.
5, 3, 15 plus 7. Like
man.
Yeah, because you know.
We just need the man them step out and do the thing. Because as you say, man them vex the fans, the player them. Yeah. Me used to DJ complain about certain things and things. I don't lie.
Don't nice background because people are cussing them are cricket.
We need a win, yeah? Alright, that.
Alright. People, we can't tell people. Luton Fire, big up. The first goal is the goalkeeper error. Yeah. As he did in previous games. Yeah, I think he's gonna do a little bit better. But Woon there, a long time you know see you. Make sure you're good now, bro. Make sure you're good. A long time I call you. Upper Running said, if you want to know how good Jamaican football is, just look at the JPL teams. None of them can't even beat the chap from Haiti or El Salvador. I think the project that Mount Pleasant is doing is a really, really good project. Time to come where they might go start to fruition from it. I think they will be seeing a lot of things from that. So people, but big up Travis. Thanks for coming on. Everybody who come on the platform. Big up everybody who come on. As you can see, me there saw sweat. Too long me there. 2.5 hours. Jeez. That long, man. Me know say no people are cuss say, oh, how may I go so long? Oh, you show so long this evening, eh? Yeah. People, I think we're looking to have a very, very good game tomorrow. I may expect a lot more. I do expect a lot more from that game. And this time around, I honestly believe that we can get something from this game. Before we go, people, me have 2 more minutes. Drop on the score predictions, people. Drop the score predictions. I'm reading out the score predictions. Yes, Eagle Republic win a relegation battle, a fight. Drop the score predictions, the people. I last thing me I do. So drop the score predictions. So I'm now see score predictions. Then what go on? Fabian Full said 2-0 Panama. Fabian never give you a chance. Pagan said 2-1 Yard. All right, 2-1 to Jamaica. Ocean Sullivan said 2-1 Jamaica. Then he said 2-1 Jamaica. Fresh God said 3-0 Panama. Jeez. Marsden Ricky said Jamaica 2-0. Chris Smith said Blows and Skirt coming fast. Travis said Jamaica 2 Panama 0. Sean Sutherland, big up. 5 base on the local out. 5 Jamaican base on the local out. Pelpa said Jamaica 2. We know Pelpa. We know the name there. The name that sound like a name on YouTube, Charles Mount. Jamaica 2, Panama 0. Dan Angelo said Jamaica 1. Jamaica 2-1, I hope. Robert Perrin said 2-1 to Panama. Yeah. Javon said Panama 2-1, sadly. Brian Watson said 1-1, Jamaica 1, Panama 1. Rain Scorpion said 1-0 to Panama. Peter P said 3-1 to the boys. Jero said 1-0 to Jamaica. Deshaun Willis said 5-0 Jamaica. For 5-0 Panama. Blows and skirt. People remember say 3-0 to get from them last time, you know. Peter P said 3-1 Jamaica. Arsenal FC said 3-3. Jano. But big up. Unun. Definitely we'll go live again soon now, Unun. So Make sure you see again. Hopefully you're doing good. Triple D TV said Jamaica 1, Panama 0. For me, I think we can nick this one, but goals are going to score. So I'm going to say Jamaica 2, Panama 1. I still have hope in my team, people. I still have hope in my team. Really and truly. People, I'll see you guys again at 5 o'clock now. Maybe I do something later. Maybe. Hopefully, the stream a really, really long door. Travis said, Luton Fire, big ball, I know. Used to play for Hazard. Used to play for Hazard. Him correct name Anthony Martin. Yeah? Me never know that. Me never know. Me animal is a reason, you know. Me animal is a reason, man. One thing me know, I'm passionate about football. I'm passionate, afraid. Big up, people. See you guys again. Now we're out, people. We are out.